Sound sync. We good. We in this thing.
Get ready to do some shitting with the boys.
Right.
Hey,
Damn,
like
son, where'd you find
That's
that
actually his
Arctic
voice.
house?
Yeah,
It's his voice.
I just drank a bunch of root beer.
Damn, son.
Where'd you find that?
Damn, son.
Well, welcome to Shit Talk. Simply how I think. I'm Cousin P. That's Roger Beast. And today we got two guests with us. Got Moist Chungus, as you know, and Izayuh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for being
Oh my
here.
God, it's Isaiah. Who would have thought?
For sure. I'm super excited to have you here, man. I've been listening to your music since Moist put us on, and I've been a fan.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Shit talking.
Yeah, no,
Talking that
absolutely. I appreciate
shit.
that. I appreciate that.
Let's find out how I think today.
Yeah, let's get into it. You know, one of the things I really like about your music, though, because like I try to, listen to local artists, and I feel like when it comes to, especially like in the hip hop era, like it kind of all sounds the same.
Oversaturated.
Yeah,
I would say.
it's all blended. It's, you know what I'm saying. Like it's typically like one type of rap, like kind of like that mixture of like sack drill rap is what I call it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was refreshing to hear something different come, out of hip hop. Now, personally, like after listening to your music, I wouldn't necessarily call your music rap. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it rap either.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like to. I consider myself a recording artist, so rap is like my instrument, you know. My voice in general, I kind of just treat it like an instrument, whether that's trying to come up with melodies, trying to come up with new flows, patterns. I got started with like spoken word, so rap is really just like it's just a rhythmic thing, It's just kind of the wordplay and stuff is more of where I have a lot of fun with it. And I'm like strategic about it. But yeah, no, a lot of people I know that are rappers, like for real. I mean, it's competition. It's a whole other culture, that I love and admire because I'm a hip hop head. But I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that. That's not me. That's not. I'm not trying to battle. I'm not a freestyler. I can't really freestyle like that. Like, it's a whole other thing.
Does that kind of make it hard to like, try to figure out like where you fit in though,
Yeah.
like in the scene? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, because I might not consider myself a rapper, but all these venues do.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Huh.
if I want to do a show somewhere where like typically there might not be a lot of rap, they're not gonna take me because they're gonna be like,
They're gonna make an assumption and be like, "Oh, well, he played at this other rap venue."
Yeah, and then like they're gonna be like, "Nah, we don't want you here because we don't want someone to get." But they're gonna assume like something's gonna get shot up. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
And that's just fucked up. I hate that.
That's
But
crazy.
It is what it is.
They don't actually check out the music beforehand?
No, they don't care.
That's wild.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
They look at
You
what
know?
it falls under, the genre it falls under, and they're like, "Okay, no."
Nope, can't do it.
That's
We're only
crazy.
taking folk artists here. Well, I have a folk sound. Like I do a lot of. Well, nope. Sorry.
Yeah,
because you're black and you rap sometimes.
That's crazy. You got dreads now.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Get out of
Please,
here.
sir, please.
That's
Back
crazy.
up.
But there's a lot of people that I feel like fit into that category out
Yeah.
here in SAC too. That's and we're kind of just making our own wave. We're making our own thing. We're making our own lane, finding our own venues, and it's cool.
Yeah.
I love it. So it's kind of tough, but it's also like it's fun. It's hella fun because it's like, that's how you innovate. That's
Right.
how you make differences. You just go like, okay, cool. I don't really see an infrastructure for this type of thing. So I'm just gonna make it,
Yeah.
and that paves the way for other people who are like, yeah, I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to just make sack drill. I don't want to just fucking play country music or jazz music. Like I want to do some weird ass.
Yeah,
Just-
just get creative with it. I feel like there definitely does need to be more venues like that in Sacramento. Like you do have some out in like Soul Collective. I think
Yeah,
Soul
I
Collective
love
is a
Soul
good
Collective.
spot to perform at, and you always get like different like breeds of artists out there. Like you have some people who just go up there and just straight do a spoken word, no beat, nothing.
Yeah.
And then the crowd will still be feeling it because like you get a diverse crowd.
Start doing the snap.
Yeah, but we don't have places like that's like the only one in my opinion that's I guess really has like roots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I mean, you an artist, so you probably know more places like Soul Collective here in Sac. But
I know people like there's the show by Mendez, ran by Mendez. He's doing dope stuff. Just all sorts of shows at, you know, wherever he can fit it in, and he's very big on like finding feelings and vibes. So like if he wants to do a dope R&B show like with some neo soul twists, he's got those artists. If he wants to do like some conscious hip hop, jazz, fusion stuff, he's got those artists, and he makes sure to really connect people that he sees in his head. So I know he's doing some dope stuff. He's very new too. He's been I think he's only been doing this for like a year, I think, or something. But he already
has the pull.
Yeah, he's already got the pull.
And that just shows like the hunger, honestly. Like, all right, well, not just like by him, but also too the hunger from the artists out here. Like they just want that stuff.
Let me in.
You know. You said you were a hip hop head.
Yeah.
So I gotta know what's the inspirations? What's the
Andre
vibes?
3000.
Okay.
Andre 3000 is probably my number one.
Hell yeah.
3 Stacks.
Yeah, Mr. 3 Stacks, Mr. Andre Benjamin.
Yeah.
I was gonna say your sound it reminds me of that.
Yeah, huge. Like the way he kind of like speaks when he raps, the really off weird beat.
Yeah,
I love all that. Royce the 5'9".
Okay.
Huge Royce the 5'9".
It's an interesting one right there. I like that.
Yeah. I almost said some fucked up shit. I'm not gonna say that though.
No. This is shit.
This is shit.
What you doing?
I was gonna say I fuck with him over M. Like easy.
Oh
No,
no, I like that.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
No, I agree with that.
He's like, finally,
Yeah, I agree with that.
tear to my eye.
I was a huge Royce the 5'9" fan. Like after watching like Beef the series, like when he beefed with D12, and stuff, and I was like, okay, that's after when I checked out his music, and I liked Royce the 5'9" from there too.
Yeah.
No, when I was a fan was when him and M did the album together. I was like,
Bad Meets Evil.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's the better rapper. I like him. I mean, we talk about him often on this podcast. Eminem's music just wasn't made for me. You know, I'm not his target audience, so I can't use that and go, all right, he's a bad rapper. Like, no, I just understand. It is what it is. He didn't make music. He didn't make that crazy ass music for me. But I just always felt like Royce 5'9" was just a better rapper.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I
Just
feel like
metaphor is insane.
Yeah.
Like, oh man. Flow is weird and different. Really pushed it.
And I just feel like his
Still
music
pushing it.
is more relatable. I
Yeah.
think that's, like where, like there's a lot of rappers out there who I think are like wordsmiths, like they're really good at putting words together, but like it doesn't resonate with anybody because there's no like actual story behind it.
Yeah.
Like why are you using those words?
Like you hear it and you're like, oh, well, that was an impressive little wordplay you did there, but you didn't really say anything.
lyrical ass shit.
Yeah. I mean, those rappers come and
It's
go.
like it sounds good, but
It's like, and then there's some rappers who like I feel like lean a little bit too much into the emotional side of things. Where now it's like I feel some type of way if I listen to their music, like even on a happy day. It's like I want to, like for example, there's a rapper called Token.
Oh yeah.
I can't really listen to his music because it's like sad all the time. Like, so I have to either be in a sad mood to listen to it, or I just don't listen to it at all.
Yeah.
Well,
and he's got this thing too. I fuck with Token. That's the thing. Because I like some of that. That's the thing. Like, that's like our guilty pleasure. Like, I get it as someone who makes music, but I be liking that shit. I like all the super crazy syllabic pattern bullshit. Like, that shit is like, because I get it. You're not saying anything, but it's like, as someone who likes that shit, I do think it's impressive. Like, I can't rap that fast.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that shit. So
no,
it's like,
it's a flex for sure. It's
that,
like, it's like
from that competitive nature, like we were talking earlier. Like, I get it. Like, on some competition shit, you're spitting faster and more insane than a lot of other people, but that's all you kind of got. And that's kind of Token's thing, is he's either got his emotional shit or he's on his lyrical miracle shit.
Right.
It's never like just a dope ass song. I want to say he did something with like fucking Corday or something though that was kind of cool.
Okay, I might check that out. It was on Corday's album though. It wasn't on Corday shit. It was on Token shit, and Corday was featured.
He was on Token shit.
Okay, I was gonna say like I don't know. I feel like Corday pulls like bigger features than Token. Like,
yeah.
No, that'd be a weird ass feature for me. Especially like because his last projects, I don't know. I feel like they're dope. Now, on a personal note, where are you from? You from Sac?
Yep.
Okay, born and raised. Okay. And how'd that influence like some of your musical decisions? Like,
not much actually.
and, you know, and I'm not
I mean,
surprised to hear that. There's a reason why I'm asking that, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I grew up listening to Brother Lynch, you know, so that's Sack legend right there.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's very, I think that on its own says a lot about just Sack's love of like old school kind of hip hop stuff, like for sure, like that's there. You know, but after that, I mean, we got Chewy and then like Mozzie. I think those are like those sounds, and like all three of them are super fucking different, like super eclectic and far away from each other. And I think that's Sack in a nutshell. Super eclectic, super different. There's not like one kind of thing here. So, I mean, that probably is the biggest thing that shaped me from Sack. But after that, I mean, you know, I pulled a lot of music from just what my parents were playing, and I think a lot of people would relate to that in Sack. Like, you don't really get influenced from the sound here as much as you just pull in from everything, you know, like because everybody's listening to a lot of different shit. Like Sack is like a stop, it's like a stop place.
It's like a hub.
Yeah,
Where like that they all congregate because we're in a good position from like the north sounds and the more southern sounds, like of just even up to Washington.
Yeah,
you're trying to rep your cup.
Like we don't got the East Coast. But
yeah, no, that's facts.
We do get a good combo of tastes.
I just know selfishly, I've always like wanted Sack to kind of have like that sound. You know what I mean? Because like you go down to L.A. Right? L.A. has its signature sound. Right? Yeah. You got that G-funk. You know. Immediately, you know what you're listening to. Like, if you hear a rapper, you're like, okay, this guy's probably from Los Angeles based on how he raps. Then you go up north to the Bay Area. It has a sound, right? You got a hyphy movement. You got, you know, people who are just gassing, right? This is lyrics, no breaks, no stoppage. We're not even going to try to go into the hook. We're just going to just gas on it. And then up Sacramento, like I agree, like it's just kind of like we don't have a sound yet. But there's a lot of artists out here
that are dope.
That are dope.
And I think when you listen to them, they're doing shit that doesn't sound like nothing else.
Yeah.
But because of that, it doesn't fit. Like it's just so eclectic. It's like, you know,
what would you even like say Death Grips is?
I don't know. I kind of metal.
Like they're not even
metal rap.
Like it's crazy. It's like a whole new sound they found with their crazy ass shit.
It's like depending on what corner you go to, you're going to have a different like element.
Of like like they took their influences and then made some whole different special thing.
Yeah. I think that's where we'll probably see us shine though. I think is that art hop kind of thing. Like just, like we're just Sack is just for the artists, you know.
Yeah. I think though to really make that thrive, kind of even going back to like the one of the things we are talking about was just like more venues. You know what I mean? Like if there was like on every corner, you know, like you got a different dosage of different type of art, whether it was music, but it could be like painting or some shit, right? You go in there like, oh shit, like this is a fucking museum I didn't even know was here, or like a little paint gallery that was I didn't even know it. Like shit, I'm getting put on some game. Like, but you go to like areas like Portland, they have like, little places like that. And even like some spots of the Bay, but, those are a little bit more populated areas. So you're from Sac, not really influenced by it. What got you into music in the first place? Like, what was the first time you actually like, all right, I want to do this.
Fucker.
Okay. How do you do it? What'd you do, Moist?
I just...
You forget?
I just got real lucky with the music I was surrounded by as a kid. Yeah. And so I was just, I think maybe, if I'm guessing here, I could be wrong, but maybe it was just due to like always growing up and like listening to not only just hip hop and all that. Of course I was around because of my melanin deficiency. But like really getting into rock and not being afraid to like love it. And so I started playing guitar hero.
Man.
And that got me interested real big into playing guitar, and then I realized how hard it was, and I wanted someone to try and like help me out on this journey of learning guitar. And then I kind of gave up on it, and so I think I gave you an old guitar.
Yeah.
And he took off on it. I was like, oh, at least someone's doing it. I don't know if that's it, but
No, yeah, that's it. It's funny because I tell this story all the time, like how I got into music. Because people ask me, that's like one of the first questions people ask, like, how'd you get into it? And I'm always like, well, I was in middle school and my cousin gave me a guitar and I'd fucking, I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure this out.
Right.
Just started plucking around, didn't have an amp or nothing, so it was like, just.
There probably wasn't even no YouTube either. So
No,
it wasn't like,
I was really
like,
genius about this shit.
He just had to look up a tab, if anything. And
yeah,
Holy
Guitar
cow.
Tabs was my best friend.
that shit was dumb.
Who's older between you two?
okay.
Yeah.
Old man over here.
So this is an older cousin.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So like what? Okay. So I know your taste in music because like we've going back and forth
We
about.
always go back and forth.
Oh my god. Yeah. So what type of music were you surrounded by, like growing up?
Same shit.
Same shit. So
Yeah,
okay.
same shit. Like literally, like what every year for my birthday. I don't know if you remember this one, but he'd give me a fucking mix CD,
Yeah.
with, like just music that
Because I used to always love that LimeWire and all that. Back in the day, you get your music. I did what I had to do, all right? And,
Bro, we all did. What you talking about?
and I would find, I don't even know how I found it, but I would like just find this new music that I just was digging big time. And then, just every once in a while when I would make a new one for myself, I'd be like, all right, give him the old one.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'd just be like, yeah, no.
Damn, you wouldn't even make him a new one?
Oh, no,
You wouldn't even make him a
I
new
would
one?
move on.
He would play it over and over
But
again.
I would also,
and
it's not like he wasn't
I like
around
that
it.
one. I like that one. I like that one. He'd be like, all right. Do.
That's true.
That's so funny. Okay, now let's get
Damn
into
music.
to your music here. Okay, let's talk about it. So, you started doing music. Actually, first off, when did you start? So, I know you plucked around the guitar, but when it was like, all right, when did you record your very first track?
My very first track. I recorded my very first track 4 years ago.
4 years ago, and that was on.
Well,
in
a studio. The first track I ever recorded in the studio, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this out.
Yeah.
Which it's not even out anymore. I think it's on SoundCloud still. Might not
drifting
even be on
around
there.
somewhere.
Might not even be on there anymore.
I'm guessing it was pretty bad.
It was.
Oh, let's be honest with it. Come on.
It is what it is.
It had no direction. My flow was hella sloppy. It was not good.
Yeah.
I think it was emotional. It said a lot, but it was just.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Trust me, I know. I tried to do music once, and I went back and listened to like some of my old songs. I'm like, what the fuck was I even talking about? And like,
Like, what
half
in
the
the
shit, like I'm
world?
capping my ass off. Like I had a song called. Remember the song "Pocket So Heavy"?
Pocket so heavy. I love it already, dude.
Oh my God. I'm like in fucking like a sophomore in high school. Half the time, anytime I'm getting something, it's because he got it for me. Like we're going to like the liquor store.
Your
and he's
homie
like,
hooked you up?
He's like, yeah, I got $2. I'll get you another drink.
I'll
But
get
my
you
pockets are so
soda.
heavy.
Bro, pocket's so heavy.
These quarters, nigga.
Got the Snickers.
Not even, bro.
2 Snickers in his pocket with pocket's so heavy, nigga.
Yeah. No, I had
Watch
some-
out.
bro.
You know what it was though? I had one of them big
All
ass
these maxed out
phones.
credit cards.
Oh yeah, the big, the fat phone.
Back in the day when like the smaller the cell phone, the cooler it was. Like no, I had one of them bricks, bro. My phone could have killed a small
Nextel.
animal. Yeah, it had an antenna and everything, dog.
I
It
love
was
those
that.
ones.
There's
Yeah.
those old Nextel ones that they always
Did you-
make the meme about that can break concrete.
Yeah,
Did you ever pull out that antenna for any use?
all the time.
I never
Word?
did
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
That shit was
you
useful.
if you had really bad service, pulling it up. You know what I mean?
Damn.
That
I
little-
guess I
that
never
little
had
2
service
inches.
problem. Shout outs to Singular back in the day, I think it
It
was.
was,
Shit.
it was that next.
I
that next
never
Nextel.
used that shit.
That Sprint Nextel.
the damn.
But the dope thing though, if you had other people had a phone like that, you could little walkie-talkie type shit.
I remember that.
You know,
I thought that was what's
I
it
don't
called?
remember
where you at?
none of this shit.
That was,
I remember the commercials when I was like 2.
Oh, man.
Vaguely.
Who was that?
damn.
That was a whole nother company though too that did that shit.
It was Sprint. It was Sprint Nextel. They had the patch on there.
Didn't they have some kind of dumb name for it, dude?
Motorola?
No,
It's like, where you at? And they had those
I don't know.
commercials.
I'd be called chirping them.
I kind of
Like, you
remember
know,
that.
It
The
rings the
commercials
bell.
anyway.
It was like, because it was definitely like blaxploitation.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, yo, where you at?
Yeah,
where
something
you
like
at, dog?
that. Something like
And he's
That
like,
commercials
hey,
always
shit,
be like
where
that.
you at, dog?
You remember back in the day, like those, like the Reese's Puff commercials and shit.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like all cool, and then all of a
Peanut
sudden,
butter
this DJ,
flavor.
the DJ would come in, and it was like it's like black kids come out of nowhere. It's like,
hell is
Reese's
going
Puff,
on?
Reese's Puff.
yeah,
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
Just booty bouncing.
Right. There's a bitch twerking.
Twerking over a bowl of cereal.
Wanted
Like,
some
whoa.
cereal.
What's going on, Doug?
I'm just trying to eat, dog.
I still like the cereal if you just plain so
Could you please?
Like, you don't have to do all this shit to get me to eat it. God damn it.
I'm not gonna lie, they kind of had to. Because
I don't know though, man. They had the name Reese's
It was
backing
the
them up.
twerking that got me. It was that.
As
soon as I saw her twerking, I was like,
somebody
this is
admit
the
it.
cereal for me. This is it.
Right as I saw her jump on that table, I knew I had a new
I
favorite cereal.
had to get that bowl after I seen that.
That shit wild.
Oh,
Okay, so you started really doing music 4 years ago, and is this the innocence, eminence, and ignorance?
yeah.
I'm gonna call it a trilogy because I'm assuming that you did
Yeah.
all that on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a very long, unnecessarily deep thing that I did.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it, but I definitely have learned over time to condense things into more focused ideas instead of just like, I would have these concepts and I'd be like, cool, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And then next thing you know, you just got something overly complicated where like,
Right.
nothing's ever truly satisfied because you don't fully flesh out one concept. You just
Yeah.
try a bunch of different ones.
Right.
But it's still fun. It's still
Yeah.
hella fun to do.
Or like, like you because I know like with some artists, they'll do like concept first, and it may not even like have anything to do with their lives at that time, right? So like they may take like, for example, I don't know, Eminence, right? And then like, okay, how do I apply that to how do I actually feel right now? Like, or how do I find inspiration in Eminence? And then create a concept. Like, was it kind of like that? Like, you're like, okay, I don't have any inspiration in my life right now that has to do with one of these concepts, and then it just fell flat. Because I'm not gonna say they're bad. They weren't. There were like some really like high moments on those. Honestly,
Yeah.
Like, I think the track was called Broken Clock.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that track was
was a
hard.
good
Locks.
Yep, that's a good one too.
That was a
keep it locked on
banger.
my heart.
Yeah.
I keep the key real far. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was very different than all of your other tracks. I was okay. It's like, okay, like, and I tried. So when, like I said, when Moist put me on, the first track that I listened to was Twin Flame, right? And then I went on Tidal, and I saw that you had other tracks, but there was only one album on there. It was No Shortcuts. But then when I went on YouTube, I saw, the Trilogy. And I assumed that those were older. So then I went and listened to those first. So I was like, okay, we're going to interview this guy one day,
Start from the beginning.
Yeah, let me start from the beginning and let me see what the growth is. And then I heard Locks. I was like, okay, this is very different. But then it was almost like you started there, but then you never like went back to that vibe again.
Yeah.
Why was that? I'm just curious.
Just kind of fell out of it. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's not really a reason for it. It's still there. I got a bunch of unreleased shit that's very much more similar to that.
Okay.
I wanted to hone in on a sound, and I felt like that sound was it was inconsistent. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to make music. No Shortcuts was like, I was very much in a very particular headspace. I knew what I wanted to do. I had a sound in my head.
Yeah.
And so I just did that. Whereas my innocence, eminence, ignorance stuff was like I just wanted to make music. I heard some shit I liked and then I just would record it.
Got it.
And then I think it was like how the process for that was like over the course of like 2 years, I just would just find random beats on the internet.
What was it? SoundClick?
No, it was
okay.
YouTube beats.
The YouTube beats.
Yeah,
everybody used SoundClick back in the day. Them
That
free
was the-
beats. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just find all these beats on YouTube. Then I just write. And then at the end of that 2-year period, I just started listening to everything I did. And I started picking out what I liked.
And what
and what I didn't like, and then just moving them into places and creating this kind of narrative in my head.
Yeah.
So like I took the darker stuff that I kind of did like way earlier in that period. That was kind of just from me being young and dumb and sad all the fucking time and not knowing how to express that. And I said, okay, that's innocence.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff that like was kind of coming from me being dumb, like in high school, think about bitches, think about fucking
I was ignorant.
drinking and
yeah.
shit. I was drinking a lot, fucking doing drugs and shit. Dumb shit with my friends that I should not have. I had no business doing. I was like, okay, cool. That stuff, that's gonna be ignorance. And then Eminence was like, that was probably the only one where I was kind of writing songs as I was making it, because I had this idea in my head of like, I see my trajectory going somewhere good.
Yeah.
So this is me just kind of capturing that feeling of like, oh yeah, there's something coming. Like there's something coming to me that I don't even really realize yet. And I just want to speak that into existence type shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's now you brought up growing up, you said you were kind of sad.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah, anxiety, depression.
Okay.
General negative coping mechanisms.
Yeah. When did you start feeling like that? Like when did you like, okay, there's something off with me, or like I may deal with, depression. Like when was that hit? When did that hit? And what grade?
That's crazy. So like I've actually, as far as I can remember, I think I'd probably always had a little bit of like self-deprecation, kind of like not liking myself type shit. Like always.
Like feeling like out of place a little bit.
Yeah, always felt like I never really had good friends. I always felt like, like I just always felt fucked up like all the time. And I just remember being like a sophomore in high school, and this girl, she was cool. She was a real cool girl, way older than me. And like we was just talking about life and shit. She was just like, "You ever go to therapy?" And I was like, "The fuck is therapy? Niggas don't do that shit."
What are you talking about? You crazy?
And I think that was the first time I really sat down and said, "Fuck, I might have some shit like going on right with me."
Right.
Maybe I should talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like a lot of, I don't know. What was there? I don't know what lane I want to go down, because I don't want to get too deep on that. I'm not sure like if you're prepared, for that on this podcast, but
I'm always prepared, brother.
Okay. Was there like something in your life that you feel like caused that? Like, was it?
Yeah, my pops wasn't around.
Okay.
Yeah, my pops wasn't really around. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. Yeah, that.
A little identity crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I
what
like
feel
weird
like.
ass music, like that other black kids didn't listen to. Dreads are super cool right now. I've had dreads for the last 20 years of my life.
They were not cool. Born with dreads.
Yeah,
bro.
I damn near came out this shit.
Forever.
Yeah.
Now everyone thinks it's cool. I
used to get made fun of for this shit. People used to like be like, "Oh,
Bruh.
I bet your shit stink," and I bet you fucking put shit in your dreads.
They would.
Like,
we would be hanging out, and we'd like be like riding scooters to the school or whatever, just chilling. Like people would do that shit. They'd be like,
that used to be the stereotype.
doo-doo head. They say that shit. Like,
I remember doo-doo
we'd have to
head.
punk them and shit.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
We were good at shit talking though. We would always talk people back.
I just remember.
yeah.
I just remember like when dreads became popular. I don't remember like because I always had like short hair.
I feel like they weren't like super until Lil Wayne was like big. Once he blew up, then all of a sudden everyone had
For
dreads.
me, it was the hyphy movement.
Ooh, I wasn't even gonna say a lot like later, because I feel like dreads are more common now.
They're more
than
common
they are
now.
like even back when we were in middle school.
Yeah, they're more
Like,
common now. For sure.
Honestly, and I feel like it's ever since like J. Cole and Kendrick started growing their shit out. You started seeing more people with dreads, because it's like they said, like a lot of like that was like the stereotype with dreads. Like people would think, oh, they must not wash their hair.
Oh yeah, they must be
stink.
bummy and dirty.
And it's like
you gotta upkeep this
not
shit.
even the
This
case.
ain't easy.
So I mean, I felt like ever since those two started like rocking their hair like they have been, I've been seeing a lot more people do it.
oh, for sure. Because it's more palatable now, and
Yeah.
and not even just the stereotype of the like stinking or not washing it, but like the gang culture. Like that kind of got erased from it. Now it's just like it's just a black hairstyle. Whereas like even back then, like when Lil Wayne was doing it, or like E40 shake them dreads, like it was cool, but for a certain demographic of people.
Right.
Whereas like now it's just like
Everyone.
yeah, black people get dreads. Like
Yeah,
that's
you
what they
could
do.
be
I mean,
intelligent and intellectual and have dreads.
yeah.
Even like other races are like trying to get dreads and stuff. Like you
Yeah,
see
they're
white people who are trying to get dreads.
They're trying.
Trying.
He said that.
They're trying.
You know, they're trying to be as like some would probably say like
nasty.
controversial.
They're giving dreads. They're the kind of people that were giving dreads a bad name back in the day.
No, for sure.
Because they would try to grow them too. Not just white people, just people that can't grow dreads.
You finna get canceled.
Man, bro. I'm not saying any race. People that can't grow dreads would grow them and they'd be, I've seen some nasty ass, like clumpy ass. Bruh.
Right.
Wash your
those
shit.
are the people that believe in like that, like Rasta type life. Not like even.
But it's like you can do it and have a little class about it, dude. Not like.
And they're
I'm
mainly
telling
hippie
you.
people that are like
You know,
that.
Yeah.
I grew up Rasta. My dad's a Rasta. So
Okay.
like I grew up seeing white people do that shit.
Yeah, it's only
No
it's
excuse.
only like
No
white
excuse
people.
for that shit,
It's
though. I
only
don't
white
care.
people that had like the dirty ass
Wait, the
dreads. like
reason
that.
why as Rastas we got dreads, it's a being a Rasta is like it's all about like black empowerment and black nationalism. So it's like you're still culturally appropriating. You're still being
Very
weird, bro.
much.
Like you're still like
Very, very
like you're
much.
doing this shit because you want to
Yeah.
be black that bad, bro. Like
Trust me,
how
I
cool
know.
they
Because
look.
like, see, the funny thing is, so like, when I lived in Portland, you had a lot of people out there who would convert to Muslim, like a lot of white folks. They would convert to Muslim. They do fucking yoga. You know, they would wear like the garbs and shit. But then, when Trump was president, you know, and all that shit, like, send the motherfuckers back over.
Yeah, there goes the
It's like,
flip now.
really?
Yeah.
Like, you scared of Muslims, but you practice Muslim? Like, come on, let's not play. That's definitely appropriation of culture. So
It was cool when you were doing it, huh? Now what happened?
Exactly. No, you the safe ones.
Now it's all wrong.
For sure. So, No Shortcuts. What's your favorite track?
off no shortcuts.
Yeah, what's yours?
Under my skin.
Under My Skin.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my favorite.
I
Okay.
remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
The writing process for that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think Twin Flame blew up the way it did? Because right now on YouTube, I think it's at 37K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge.
I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it, man. Like I was at a really low place as far as like, you know, one of my really close friends had like was doing some shady ass shit that had me feeling some type of way about just the people in my life.
Okay.
I just had a really bad breakup with like love of my life. And I just was like, I was hella sad. And I just remember like sitting there like, cause I'm the type of person who's like, find the light in the darkness, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember being like, what can I take out from this
Yeah.
that's good? And I just remember sitting there and being like, I'm not the only one that's hurt right now. Like hurt people. She's feeling some type of way. He's feeling some
Right.
type of way, you know? And I just felt this overwhelming feeling of like being connected. I was watching all these videos on twin flames and shit and just like not like the romantic shit, but like the deeper like philosophy and like the history of that shit, like from, you know, Eastern philosophies and shit. And I was like, this shit is crazy. Like the fact that like as human beings, we can be so connected to somebody that's not even next to you, like,
especially by energy. Absolutely.
and it's because we feel the same feelings. Like we understand sadness, we understand hate and anger, and like those types of things can bridge us. They can connect us when we realize like, oh, we can feel the same way.
Right.
And so I literally wrote it, recorded it the next day in the studio, and then dropped it. Like it all just boop, 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 boop. Because I was like, I need to capture this moment.
Get it while it's here.
And then, you know, honestly, like at the time, there was a lot of, and it's still kind of going on. There's a huge revival and like this kind of like spiritual conversations and shit. And so I think it kind of got floated through that as well.
Right. It caught wave there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, it's a fire track. So it's not about one person. It's about
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
that's
about one
interesting. Because I mean, like that's one of the songs I probably played over and over and over again. One, because it's it's popping. I'm like, all right, let me try to figure out what's going on with this. But then two, I was also trying to really dissect it. Because I was going to pitch you a music video idea too, but I wanted to really know what it was all
pitch it.
about. No, we'll
get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. We'll get into that because I was like,
pitch,
okay,
bro.
Yeah,
Got his
played
back
it.
ready.
Like I said, North Shortcuts. I played that album 3 times over because I was like really like trying to get like the vibe of it, so that way when we put an actual vision to it, does it justice. You know, it actually tells the story that you're trying to convey. So that's interesting that it's two people, not one. Because at first, the first listen, I thought it was about a girl. I did. And then the second time I listened to it, there wasn't any, there wasn't really any romantic elements that I was getting from the song. So then I was thinking maybe it's about a family member. You know, that was like the theory that I was going, like maybe it's about like, I don't know, like you had a
You really
falling out.
listen to this shit. Damn.
I really digest.
It is. You're not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Don't mess around.
No, I really digest music.
goes
Like
that?
I really get into that shit. Like I'm not the type of person anymore like I used to be, and I do kind of miss it now, where I can just play an album or a song and just casually listen to shit. I just not like that no more. I'm not wired that way. Like I just really get into the nitty gritty of, okay, why is this track even born? You know, like why did he create this album? You know, that's why like when Kendrick dropped his album, it was on repeat over and over and over and over again because there was so much to digest.
Yeah.
Like there was so much
Yeah.
below the surface.
Yeah, I had to sit down. Like
Yeah.
when it dropped, I was like, okay, it's a day off. Like this, I had to sit down and
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
Cancel
Listen
all my
to it
meetings.
4 times. No, for real. For real.
Kendrick dropped his new album.
He
Cancel
dropped
my
it.
We're not
It's
talking.
over.
No texting, none of that. I might have to do that next time. Take a day off. Like, look, I'm gonna just sit in one room, turn the music up all the way up.
Lights all
Yeah.
off. One candle and shit so you don't crash in anything.
There we go.
I
Play
like I'm having a ritual in this shit.
There you go. Play it sober, play it drunk, play it like, you know.
Right, yeah.
I gotta listen to all the influences, you know, trying to really get into it. But no, Twin Flames, I played a lot, but you know, like we already talked about off camera, my favorite track was definitely, like I said, I feel like Daydreamer was underrated. I do. I think that's a whole vibe. Under My Skin is special. Now, when you wrote Twin Flames, you just found the beat, right? Like you didn't actually create the beat yourself. Okay. If you could have made the beat, were there some changes that you would have made on the song? No, would it came out
Maybe
just
I
like
would have
that?
added a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? More like variety in the sound.
I think that was
It's a 4-minute track.
Yeah.
That pretty much like there's some subtle things that progress with the song.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's a 4-minute track with the same melody.
right.
Which is fun, I think, as like a background song, which I also think is why people like it, because it's like it's a song that you can think about it, or you could just play it in the background and just chill, fucking study.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I know, like when I was listening to it, my brain, after the first verse, right? So you do the first verse, and then you get out the hook. My brain was ready for a bridge, and then you went right back into the verse where it was kind of like repeating it over again. But I think you added another layer of vocals on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my brain was like, all right, there's gonna be a bridge here. There has to be a bridge here. And then the bridge, and I was like, oh no, but no, it was still a dope track. It was still a
I
dope
was
track.
like, you know, my songwriting when I made Twin Flame,
Yeah.
because you know that came out a year before No Shortcuts, right? I was very like, I didn't even know what a bridge was.
Oh, okay.
Which, so it's funny you said that, because then like you go back to No Shortcuts and there are songs like that
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, here's a bridge, here's a pre-chorus, a weird just harmonies in the background for no reason.
Right.
Like I started exploring more with just different melodies
Right.
throughout the whole thing, and like, you know, and then I also had more hand on the production,
Yeah.
so that also helped a lot.
I think that's
Yeah.
super important. I do. Because like when I listen to your music, obviously there's like some influences there. And like I said, I don't think you're a rapper. I think like definitely you're a musician, you know?
Thank
and I
you.
think the more like control you have over like the direction of like the beat,
The whole sound.
yeah, the whole
in general.
sound, like I think it's going to take your shit to the next level, because I think you already have like a natural gift there. I think you have a ton of potential. You know what I'm saying? And I think like you kind of fall into those realms of I don't get like super big headed by this name, but like you're like kind of like in that lane of like Childish Gambino.
Big
like,
influence.
You know, like
Big
kind of
influence.
like that Kanye lane a little bit. Where,
Huge influence.
Where it's
Goat.
where it's not like, all right, let me try to out rap you. Let me actually like make
Yeah.
a song that's palatable and like you can actually listen to. Have you ever tried doing like more upbeat tracks? Or is that just not your feel? Yeah,
And-
can't do it.
When are you gonna partner with Silk Sonic?
Maybe. Yeah, exactly. I do love Anderson
Yeah.
Paak too, and he knows how to make a fucking bop.
Yeah,
Eh,
not your lane.
not my lane.
Cool.
I know I want
respect
to
it.
at
I
some
do
point.
respect it. Yeah.
I want to at some point because
Maybe
you know
as
it's
a collab
nice.
if you like feature on something.
Well, you know what? Actually, with that said, there are 2 songs out right now that are kind of more upbeat.
Yeah.
But I'm featured on them.
Okay.
You know. So
Sack artist.
yeah, sack artist.
Okay. Who?
Dancing in the Rain by my boy Nilla J, and then Man of the Year. It's a freestyle that we did, and that's with my boy Platinum James.
Okay.
And those are both like way more like upbeat
Got it.
type things. But that's like, because that's what it takes for me. You know, I got to feel the vibe. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they had me in the studio, and
You
I
gotta
was
kind
like,
of feed off.
you're
the
like,
energy.
okay. You're like, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it.
I'm here now.
Let me in it.
But like when I'm just in my own zone creating, like, I mean, that's my diary. You know, that's
Right.
like that's where I go to like meditate and relax. So it's kind of hard to be upbeat in a room by myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear that. Okay. Well, let's get into this truth or drink.
Oh Lord.
Let's do it. Let me go ahead and pour your shots for you. Open this up. Now, you guys are actually the first to crack open this bottle, but we got you guys drinking on some Anejo Cristalino.
Look at that shit. Give it a glamour shot.
I love that. A nice little honest pour there. It won't make you do a full.
Right over the dam.
I'm good pour. I won't make you do full shots. That would be fucking. You won't be leaving here after this show. All right. So basically, like I said, the way the game works is we're gonna ask you some questions. Okay. You can choose. Both of you guys have to answer it. Okay. Well,
We
you can
have to
choose
answer.
not to answer it. You don't have to. But if you don't answer it, you just gotta take a shot. Okay. If you answer it, we move on to the next question. Okay. Let's go.
You gonna call us if we're capping?
Oh yeah. That's the other thing.
You listen. If they don't like it, or if we need to go a little further into it.
Yeah, we're not fabricating stories. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just,
Y'all won't take that surface level either.
yeah.
We need to get into the nitty gritty.
I can read between the lines. Let's
I
do it.
see how y'all do. I've seen.
All right.
I won't cap, but I will withhold information.
Get the shots ready.
As long as you answer the question, that's all good.
All right. You suddenly become wealthy beyond the dreams of avarice. What do you do with the rest of your life?
You go ahead.
Can I get that question again?
Yeah.
That was a deep ass question. That's how we're
He wasn't
starting.
ready for it. He was like, oh,
Fuck.
shit.
I was surprised, man.
No, we starting off smooth. You suddenly become wealthy beyond the dreams of avarice. What do you do with the rest of your life?
I suddenly become wealthy beyond the means of my avarice. What I do with the rest of my life. I would
Never worry about money again.
I'd be a whole ass philanthropist probably.
Yeah.
I'd be a whole ass just you know, like I'd be like, okay, like 90% of my wealth is gone now. Because I mean, I'm assuming like 10% of that is still gonna have me rich as fuck. So
There we go.
Shit, bro.
That's very true.
Sad.
yeah, I'm just 90% of this is y'all. Like figure out what to do with it, world.
Yeah. What type of stuff would you donate to? Or
Probably mental health, especially like youth, drug rehabilitation. It's a big thing.
yeah.
Probably stuff here in the States. I feel like everybody when they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be philanthropist," they're like, "I'm gonna go to fucking Africa or
Yeah, I'm
something."
gonna
And it's
donate
just
all my
like-
money to other countries.
And I'm like, you know, and it's like, you know, that's cool. It's like obviously, you know,
agree with that.
I'm sure that like for sure there are people in other countries suffering way more than even the worst people here in America. That's true, but I don't care. Like I'm tired of going outside.
I don't gotta see them every day.
Yeah, like I want to
I
help the
gotta be
people
here
right
in
here.
this.
Like, nah, I want exactly. Like I want the people right outside my door to be good.
Help me.
Like,
Yeah. I hear you.
Nigga,
I hear
help
you.
me.
I hear you. What's your answer, Jody? What you got?
Bruh.
Wow.
The world, Chico. And everything in it. I'm going to everywhere in this planet, and everyone is gonna know who I am. I'm gonna be worse than Jake Paul.
oh my god,
A nightmare, a menace to society at large.
polar opposite of me.
Oh, where do you live? Gurgen Splurgen Blurkenstan? Oh, what's up? I'm coming to a venue near you.
Oh my
I want
God.
some of the get the bratwurst ready. I got money like that, bro.
Everywhere.
Every
Everywhere.
Suicide Forest, I
Everywhere.
made that shit.
Everywhere. I'm going everywhere.
God.
Oh God! They say he's coming to Germany next month.
They're gonna be hella scared about you going there.
It's like the UN is tweeting about it.
They got
It's like a Chungus tracker, yeah.
You're gonna have to
Telling you,
sneak
dude.
into countries then. You're not gonna be able to get off planes.
Nah, dude. You better
have
take
his
me
own
in.
plane.
I got all this money. Don't you want me to spend this money in your country?
Hey, some countries be like, no. Tyler the Creator got banned from what country?
Well, I got
was it Sweden or Switzerland?
I do have the money for facial reconstruction surgery. Huh?
Oh my
a little
God.
bit of a BBL, huh?
You're a
I
villain.
might spend the second half on the other side. Oh, take a walk on the wild side.
They do got those.
That was a good question.
They got those.
just
man.
thought-
That's why I was like, you go ahead.
Those-
You got the
what
Lou
do they
Reed
call them?
quote?
The BDLs. The
The
BDLs.
oh yeah, the BDL, the Brazilian
BDLs.
dick lift.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they
They're wild in Brazil.
I know they got
They'll pump you full of whatever.
Those doctors are cutting edge.
They'll take your money,
Cutting edge.
chop it up instead, just syringe it right into you.
There we go. Anything can get enlarged now. Oh yeah, we do it all out here.
Wow. Next question.
Moving right along.
If you can have any body part for aesthetic, not medical reasons, what would it be?
If I could have any body part for aesthetic,
These questions fucking rule.
Okay,
Like-
go ahead and answer.
yeah, you answer that one first.
Does it have to be a real, like, creature?
Body part.
Yeah, it could be like I don't know.
A creature? What are you talking about?
Like,
Like,
well,
he's asking,
does it
like,
have to
any-
be a human body part?
Yeah,
Like,
can
can I
it
get
take,
like
like, a
body
part?
antlers?
Could it be
As
a
long as it's
mythical
an
creature?
organ or a body part, I don't care.
Like, could I be like a centaur or something, dude?
Is it a body part?
Yeah, a horse.
So you
half
would do
of a
that?
horse.
I think
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
system
no,
of
no,
body
no, I
parts.
just
Do
want-
you consider it a body part? Is what you consider a
No,
body
but
part?
I'm testing the limits here. So I can
Answer
limit
however
break.
you want.
Bro. A unicorn horn. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
You looking at me
What?
crazy, Raj?
What are you doing?
Wait till
What
the
are you
bitches see the
utilizing?
horn.
Why?
Well, it's aesthetic, so you
Why do
know.
you want
It's for
unicorn.
aesthetic only. It's aesthetic. He said it's aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I
did.
can't use it. If it was like, something cool, I'd get something cool. But since it's just for show, I know what the ladies like.
A unicorn horn.
Oh, he's fucking it up at the raves.
That's crazy.
People are fucking throwing like the glow rays at me. The glow sticks that they have around their neck.
Oh my god. That's gonna be hard going places though too. Like,
Yeah, without being the star of the show.
This shit, no more like sidestepping shit because your horn's gonna hit it.
You walk
I mean,
through a
I'm
doorway, you got a
practicing.
duck.
I'm
Yeah.
practicing for that already.
This is how I'm answering.
No,
Just
okay.
letting you know.
There we go. Knock it back.
He's like, no body parts on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Ooh, that's sweet.
I know. Annette, like I said, it goes down smooth. You ain't got none of that extra afterburn afterwards. Yeah.
All right, next question. If you can instantly gain any skill, what would it be?
Ooh. I like that one. I like this
Instantly
one.
gain any skill, what would it be?
I feel like Moist got a fucking good one.
I feel like you thought about
great.
it.
Kiki, like fucking
That
thousand
great
things
roll in.
flashing.
I think I want to be like I'd instantly want to be able to just be like a legendary engineer or something. Like just be able to
That
build
would
shit
be
like some
rad.
Iron Man shit. Like,
Like
I just want to make robots.
An architect or something.
what's
Yeah.
that? What's that dude's name? It's like it's like an old cartoon made after him or something like that. I don't know.
Talk about.
Inspector Gadget.
I was about to say Inspector Gadget, but I was like, that can't be who he's talking about. That'd be cool though. I'd like to be Inspector
Yeah.
Gadget.
That'd be dope.
Be
I
a,
think they made him a robot though.
be a cyborg?
I don't think he was I don't think he was just like.
Is he a
"Let me put him-"
cyborg?
He's
Yeah,
a
he's a
half
cyborg.
man, half robot.
Yeah,
he's
still part human.
Oh, I thought he was a human.
And,
I thought he
and
was
they made
just
him
human.
that. You
No,
know.
he's like cyborg, and they like put a bunch of parts into him to bring him back to
Okay.
life. And
Okay,
then,
so I guess MacGyver would be the better.
Yeah.
example.
yeah.
MacGyver
Oh,
would
dude,
be
you'd
the better
want
example.
MacGyver's skill.
Because MacGyver is a human.
You can get
Except
your
he
way out of
doesn't
anything.
make like robot parts. He just like makes anything work out of.
Yeah, he's master
Yeah.
engineer.
Yeah.
I guess.
He can.
I liked when he said like Iron Man or some shit better. Build random robots.
MacGyver's a different skill though. Like MacGyver's like, I'm about to break out of this cell with a fucking
Paperclip.
with a paper clip and a gum wrapper.
I
Like,
found a little pile of grass in the corner. Let's see
I'm
what
gonna use it to blow up this fucking ceiling. Like,
Dude, yeah, just
Something
explode the wall.
non-explosive.
Just starts tying them together, and you just see his hands going.
But the way he explains it makes sense. Like,
I know.
oh yeah, I guess that does make sense.
I guess that would work.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, because
Yeah.
of the sand.
Just split it out.
It's just like, okay. Classic.
Well, what's your answer, Moist?
Any skill.
It's tough. It was tough to think because that's really rad. Can I get mystical with it again? Because I'd want to choose a superpower.
I don't know if that's a skill though.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So a skill.
Because like you can't fly.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, that was where I
You
first
can practice that as long as you want, but you will never find.
You would never. I'd be good at it, but I can't actually do it.
No.
That's like that movie Waiting. Where he
Yeah, I love
practices
it.
like how to make a watermelon explode.
Yeah.
He finally does it.
I want to be octolingual. I was trying to think of
shit.
the best pre for it.
that's a good one.
Bro,
I like that
I don't
one.
even know which 8 languages, other than I already know English, so boom.
I like that.
But big ones, like, oh my God, like Japanese, German, Russian, Chinese.
Why stop at 8?
Because I just couldn't think of those fancy words that they put in front.
That'd be a linguist.
I didn't want to say like the Googleplex or whatever.
Googleplex.
That's like a real number. It's like they called it a Google.
Be a
or
human
something.
translator.
That's what I'm saying. Could you imagine if you just could speak hella languages?
I tell
Yeah,
you,
that
I
would
would
be
travel
amazing.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
absolutely.
saying. You get paid to just hang out with people that are vacationing. And
Just
be
think
like,
about how much less fear you would even have
That
interacting
too.
with people if
That
you just
too.
could speak every single.
you know what
language.
they're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everywhere, you'd feel more comfortable going.
That'd
Yeah,
be some
sure.
dope shit.
All right. If you can live anyone else's life, whose would it be?
Ooh. Oh.
I almost said
I
something
don't
for
want
the
to live
meme.
nobody else's life. I like this shit. This should be kind of cool.
Okay.
Came a long way. Was depressed as fuck. Now I'm like, nah.
It's
Actually,
like now we here.
No, I'm here. I like this shit.
Would you?
I
I'm
hate
just curious,
bitches,
would
like,
you
it's
live someone else's life? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I feel like everybody else's life has a drawback.
You never know until you're there.
Right.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
Like I feel
I
like
don't know. I feel like I'd want to be like LeBron James or something.
oh, that would be lit.
That'd be
That'd be
pretty.
lit.
That'd be pretty.
That'd be
you know.
lit.
Very lit.
Or Jay-Z. I'd want to be Jay-Z.
I want to be Shaq.
Bro, you can't. Y'all both took the only ones.
I would totally yeah.
I want to be Shaq.
I'm a billionaire.
Dude, I want to be
I'm
Trump.
married to
And just
Beyonce.
really send him over the edge.
That
That would be some fun shit.
I want to be Trump. Oh,
Dude,
God.
could you imagine?
Yo,
You just take over and like really, really go in? Because it's not you anymore. It's Trump, dude.
What if you came back a saint? Like you were like, all right.
Or they flip it all around. Yeah,
all of a
he's
sudden
Mother
you hold-
Teresa
You
now.
hold this big ass rally, and everyone's ready for you to like start ripping holes in
Right.
people, and you go, you know what, guys? Let's bring the peace.
You know what?
let's
We need to
bring
we need to all get out there and elect Hillary this year. Nobody run against
Assalamu
her.
alaikum, my
So
brothers.
really, Right, that'd be fun.
They would lose their motherfucking minds.
Now, my first answer, I don't know why, but Will Smith popped in my head.
Yeah, I don't want to be Will.
wanna
right
be
now.
really funny,
Maybe-
man.
Maybe 6 months ago I'd have been Will, but right now,
For years and years before that too, like 6 months back, and then like
yeah.
20 years
You know
of
what?
just
I might
Will
want to be
on
Jay
top.
Z.
yeah,
You get to smash Beyonce.
every day.
Oh man, Jay-Z sound like a good one.
I don't know.
I was
I
just
don't know.
thinking
I
about
think
that,
Beyonce
'cause
looks
I was
crazy
kinda
behind
thinking,
the
I was like,
scenes
you know
now.
what? I'd want to be like my favorite like actress's like husband or some shit.
Yeah.
Just so I
Oh,
can smash
there we
like
go.
Jessica Alba's like husband.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think of that, dude? We could be a hot lady.
Because you, I would
You
want to be a
wouldn't want
woman.
to turn into a woman?
Hell
no,
no.
you
I'm
get
good.
periods once a month. That
Yeah.
sounds horrible. Blood
You know what?
coming out of
I
you,
mean,
you
but
don't
you're
know why.
so hot, dude. You're just there all the time with your
So
naked
are
body.
you saying you want to get like
You could be Scarlett Johansson and just be like playing with her titties all day long.
Oh, but if you're her husband, you can play with her titties too.
There we go.
Yeah,
Just
but
get
not
a
all day.
divorce.
Like,
That is not just free at all moments.
It's not like. Do you really think that these women are just gonna go?
If they had the mind of a man,
I'm just saying,
they
I'd
would.
rather have like a dick and balls than like a vagina.
Yeah,
that is-
I like
it
my,
is pretty fun.
I like my dick.
It's pretty fun.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, periods every month. I'm good.
Blood coming
yeah,
out and
let's
shit,
just-
you know, you gotta wear something just to, hey, I'm good.
And then men catcalling you all the time.
God, I
having
don't need
having
the
to go to
harassment.
bars with multiple peoples because
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
danger alone. Yeah.
God,
Actually-
you just made the women sound like an endangered species or like some like fucking animal out there. That's a
This is
I'm,
that
I'm
we
just
have to
saying I'd
protect.
rather be a man.
It's fair.
So,
I
no
guess I gotta
disrespect.
trim
does
that.
that.
I don't know.
So does that confirm we have male privilege?
Hell no.
You don't think we have male privilege?
I
This is a
think
whole
that-
other
I think
conversation.
define
at this
male
point.
privilege.
We have
I think everybody has privilege.
exactly.
I agree.
We have male privilege, but they have female privilege. We
Yeah.
just don't talk about it, and that's a female privilege.
Like, like, what's your definition of male
Like,
privilege?
okay, for example, like, okay, this is one thing that a lot of people disagree with me on. I also have black privilege.
Yep.
I do.
Talk to him. I was just about to say that shit.
So, like,
Yeah.
so here's the type of privilege I have. People don't fuck with me. Mm-hmm. If I'm walking down the street, yes, people walk across the street or people clutch their purse, but you know what they also don't do? They don't start problems.
They don't
Yeah.
start shit with it.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I'm not even that dark. I'm not as dark as my darker brothers
you take
here.
a shot?
And I did. I didn't know what I answered. But I'm not as dark as my darker brothers here. My brothers in arms. But, like, even I get the shit sometimes where, like, you'll see, like, an old white lady and she just, oh! And I'm like, I swear to God, I've seen it.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
No, I believe it.
And I just
Especially
accept it. I'm
with
like,
the afro.
I know
These
nowadays
think
for
you fucking
sure.
Malcolm
When
X.
I had my hair short, maybe they'd think I was like Puerto Rican or something.
Hey, they
No,
don't
speak
that's just
Spanish.
scary for them too.
True, they just knew I was ethnic, right?
No,
but
they
now that I got this, they're like, "Oh God, Terrence, let's cross the street."
People mind their business with me. So that's black privilege right there.
Yeah.
There's a couple
This
other things.
privilege
Like,
is
Naturally good
awesomeness.
athletes.
yeah, or people I get picked first. Like
Yeah.
like if
Oh
I
my
was
God.
in a lineup, you know, it was like all right, a basketball game, and there's 3 white folks and then 2 black folks. The 2 black folks
Yeah.
are getting picked first. They're the first 2 picks. This is how it
It's
is.
just how it-
We always
how
get
it
picked
goes.
first up in lineups.
Absolutely,
All
absolutely.
of the lineups.
Yeah, there's like there's Hispanic privilege too. You guys got it.
Yeah.
I've never, I personally, I've never
Yeah,
like
you-
dealt with it or never had that.
Everyone thinks you're hard workers.
One day,
And they are, bro.
They are.
Personally,
That's facts.
I've never been classified
Bro,
like
if
that.
if I had a tree that needed some picking, and I had to pick between a white person and a Hispanic, I'm picking the Hispanic guy. The white
'Cause
person's going to charge me more, and he's
That-
going to do it in
that's
less
fine.
time.
That's fine.
The
I'm
Hispanic
just
guy's going
saying-
to charge me less, and he'll get
and
it
he's
done in an
gonna
hour.
kill it too. It's gonna be perfect.
He'll be back
Or
tomorrow
he knows
too.
somebody who
That's-
will.
I'm just saying I've never experienced it.
The food's amazing. I know the taco is going to be on hit. I'm telling you.
I want some
What have
Mexican
you never
food tonight.
experienced?
Mexican privilege.
Mexican privilege?
Yeah, it's because I'm a terrible Mexican.
You don't speak Spanish.
I don't speak
You've
Spanish.
been always, well, Roger's always been closer to like
Black people.
black people. Like
He's a brother.
like he played well, you did play soccer, but
I wasn't good at it.
but you played basketball, and then
You're like, fuck this,
Like,
Holmes. This is
80% of the time, like it was hanging around black folks. So you were like closer. Like you could like if you had an afro like Jody, I think people probably would have considered you black.
You would have been one of the brothers.
More people think I'm Hawaiian, especially like when I had my braids like 2-3 years ago.
Dude, you should go for that. You should lean into that. I'm not even kidding, dude. You will slay puss if you lean into that.
Oh my god.
That'd be disrespectful to like the
That's true.
like the Hawaiians.
That's
out
like
there,
that.
so-
What was that?
Only
chick?
if they find out.
Yeah,
they know.
They'll find
There's
out.
that howley.
Just like any
the howley
Mexican,
on the mainland.
any Mexican knows I'm Mexican. So like when someone sees me, they'll come up to me and start asking me if I speak Spanish, and I say no. Like if you're that race, you'll know like who's what.
That's
Yo,
true.
facts,
honestly
facts.
though, when my hair was short, I used to get that all the time. I'd have people come up to me and just start talking
Yeah.
in Spanish,
People
fluent,
do
hard,
that to my
fast.
wife too.
and I was like, "Oh, sorry, no, I don't."
People do that to my wife, but she's Filipino. So
I don't know.
like,
It's crazy.
yeah, it happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
it's,
When you like in between that, like you know,
And
like,
that along that line, right?
yeah,
they can't
you know,
tell.
Yeah, it's like
To
all
be
right.
honest, it's only like white people that think I'm Hawaiian. Like when I had braids. If I'm being like completely blunt.
No
They're just
black
like,
people have ever thought you were. Yeah, see,
No,
we know.
now
look
that
at
I
you.
like really think about it, yeah, they'll just be like for instance, like at work, they'll be like, "Oh, the Hawaiian dude helped
Yeah.
me," And I'll be like, someone will be like, we don't have anyone that's
What?
Hawaiian, Samoan, or Tongan here. And then like I'll walk by and I was like, that guy, and he's like, they'll be like, he's Mexican. Oh my god! So it's just like, yeah, and it's not like even like old white people. It's like all white people,
Even young people.
Yeah,
They learn it from their grandparents.
yeah. So it's just like
It's just
The carrying on
it's a,
the
it's a
family.
recessive gene.
The carrying on the family tradition.
yeah.
All right, next one.
Tell us about a time you were shot down romantically.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's like a shot.
Oh, that's not a shot. That's gonna be hella funny. Hold up. I got a bunch of stories. What's the worst one?
He's like, wait a minute, let me see which one is the worst.
I'm trying to think of the worst
There
one.
was Tina, Christina, Lena,
They all said no.
Sabrina.
Anti-freak
That's
elite.
gonna be my that remix. What's that DMX song where he just starts listing names? That's gonna be my remix.
DMX.
You should do
Yeah.
a Cocktails remix by Too Short. That's
It
my
was-
favorite
it was so
name
bad.
drop song.
You know, like and I think it's called All Falls Down, or like no, it's not called.
You know what I'm,
I'm
talking
thinking
about?
more like Freak League.
Yeah, Shanika,
it's-
Keisha, Raul.
He's right. There's a DMX track.
It's
I'm
one
trying
of the. It's one of.
I've
his
heard it. I
popular
know what
ones.
you're talking about, but I can't
He
think
just
of the
starts
name.
naming. The whole second verse is like just him just naming, just name dropping.
Oh, House going
Embarking.
down.
Yeah,
That's what's called House going down.
Yep. See,
House
I remember
going
that because I remember Drake fucking had that shit. He interpolated that on Views for fucking.
I can
what was
listen
that
to
song?
Views. You like Drake? Are you a big Drake fan?
Uh,
I mean, no, speak your truth. Are
If
you
you
a Drake
like him,
fan?
you like him.
There's your question. Speak
I
to
have a
Drake.
weird feeling about Drake.
Okay.
So Drake is like, I think he makes really dope songs, but his albums are not always like instant classic bangers for me.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a single machine.
yeah, and like I think I prefer older Drake over newer Drake. I mean, for nostalgic reasons, because I just remember going to fucking being in middle school and listening to Drake like at school dances and shit.
Yeah.
And that was always like, oh yeah, that's a vibe. Classics for sure. But yeah, now after if you're reading this, it's too late. I'm like, it is what it is. And I didn't even really fuck with Views either.
Yeah, I didn't like Views. I think the last album I was like, okay, this is a good
You
album.
mean
It's
this?
grown
Do you
on
mean
me.
this? What's it called? Album he just came out with? House album.
No.
No, Views was.
I actually like that.
Views was.
I didn't like. I like the house.
You liked
I like
it?
the,
I thought
I
his
like the
beats
house
were
album.
weak.
I like the house album.
I
thought it
thought
was
everything about it
It
was
is very
It's
digestible
weak.
house music for someone who only kind of likes house music.
Did you listen to
Is that
Beyonce's
why you
album?
don't
Yes.
really like house music?
Did you? Well, okay, I love house music.
I
Did
love
you-
house
did you
music. So I was
listen to
just
Beyonce's album?
disappointed.
Yeah,
What did you think about that?
I like it.
I thought that was more
Very
digestible.
powerful.
She has a new album.
Oh yeah, I think
didn't-
you would like it. I
Yeah?
think you would like it. Because
Yeah.
like
Powerful.
Is it better house music than that album?
it's
Yeah,
better house
for
music
sure.
for sure,
For
bro.
sure.
That's why I was disappointed because there was like one or two tracks that I was like, this is all right on the Drake album,
Yeah,
but it was like most of them were just it was just played out, dude. It's shit that's like it's almost like you took it from other people and just like
yeah. What it felt like he was
it
doing.
wasn't even sampled and slowed or nothing.
It didn't feel like a Drake album. It didn't feel like Drake songs. It felt like he was doing impersonations of like Afrobeat artists.
Yeah,
Like that's what it felt like. It felt like he was doing impersonations, not actually like being inspired by it and then creating his own version of it. It was I don't know. It was kind of pretendish. But back to the
Hello?
question.
The question was the time I got rejected
Yeah.
by.
Oh, that's right.
That I got
Damn, I
rejected?
almost got away
Yeah.
with it.
You know, this don't really count, but it's a good story, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say that it counts.
They're the judges.
I was dating this girl, and for like a week, and just you still want me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, lit. And I took her. I had asked her to go to homecoming with me. Go to homecoming together. She'd never kissed a dude before. I kissed her, and she gave me this look of disgust. She was like, "You're the worst." She literally was like, "You're the worst." Like that was so terrible. Like the way I kissed her, she just hated it.
What?
And so she broke up with me.
Damn, on the
Really?
spot.
Yeah, on the spot.
Wait,
What did you do? Okay, hang on.
I don't know, dude. I was a freshman. I didn't.
Was it your first kiss?
It was maybe like my third kiss, maybe. Like I was
still figuring it out?
I was still figuring it out. Like,
Wait, okay.
That's
okay.
wild. She's
So you guys
wild
were at
for
this
that.
homecoming together. She never had a kiss before.
oh, and she made fun of me. She was like, "Oh, I wore a fucking fedora." She was like, "Why did you wear that shit? Like, you look stupid." Like, she just tried to have a little
class
She just
out here.
got on me.
Nah,
bro.
she was ready. She was
She
already
was
ready to
coming
go.
hot.
She just got on
Yeah,
me.
she would have. Anything would have been it. Nah, she was ready to go. She only had one foot out the door.
You call that a kiss?
So
Oh,
that's
God.
probably like I think that's the most memorable. Like, oh shit.
That's crazy. That's. Come on. Oh shit.
It's at. Before I do,
All right, go ahead.
one more time, what was the question?
About a time you got rejected.
Big time rejected?
Tell us about a time you were shot down romantically.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't really. The only story I would have had, I wasn't shot down romantically. I don't think. Maybe, but.
What does that mean?
We'll never know.
Does
now.
that mean you were shot down but not romantic? Like I'm confused.
So I'll tell the story still.
You
But
just
I feel
wanted
like
to drink.
I do want to drink, but I also feel like I had to because it's not. I wasn't really shot down. I was just kind of an asshole back after she was rude. So it was probably either on. I think it was on Bumble because the reason I think because they have to say something first. If any of you have used Bumble, they have
Never
to.
have.
Hold
but
up.
I've heard.
As someone who's known this man my entire life, he was such a fucking player. You have no idea. Like, I swear
Oh,
to God,
yeah.
this nigga was a
really?
monster to these
Okay.
women, bro.
The way that I hear it was
Oh
differently.
shit.
No,
Jody sounds like
no.
a saint.
No,
The other
It's just because I knew.
Well, I've heard other stories.
because I
about
knew
how
they
he
were
was shot
fake.
down so many times.
I've been
God.
shot down a ton.
But he's
But-
also had a ton of ass, it sounds like.
No,
You swimming in pussy.
Yeah.
bro, you had a different girlfriend every other like month, bro.
for a while there, then. But because at being that they were all fake, dude. What can I say?
Oh, they were the bad ones.
Well, what can I do?
Okay, all right.
I can't
take your
fix
word
them,
for it.
Ma. I can't fix them. There's about to be some
I mean-
fire in the comments on
I
this.
mean, you can
episode.
give him time to,
Oh,
like,
dude,
but
they're
it
finna
sounds
be
like
hot.
you didn't.
Bro, dude, time is money. All right?
How old were you then?
I don't know. But I'm on my grind, all right? But anyway, I digress. I connected to some chick on Bumble. Not really that attractive. Let's start off with that, all right?
Uh-huh.
But I'm a
happens.
fair man. I will talk to this person. I will see if there's a connection there.
Why'd you
All right?
swipe right then?
Because at this point, I swipe right.
So
Was you on the
sometimes
Bumble,
you just-
were you on the Bumble Premium, or did you see that she liked you?
No, I didn't pay for Bumble Premium. I would legit go on and swipe right everone, and then it'd be like
Just
no
see what
swipes
fucking
left.
happens.
Yeah, I'd be like no swipes left. I'd be like oh okay,
shit.
and then close it until I get a message. So she messaged me first. She started this engagement. This is Bumble,
Yeah.
and I was just saying shit like I just met this person obviously through text, mind you, and I'm like oh hey what's up like oh how's your day going kind of shit like trying to get to know the person. Oh, well, favorite movies or your music you listen to.
Right.
All that rigmarole. And she said something like, I was like, oh, did you maybe want to like go out on a date on Saturday or something so innocent.
Yeah.
And she said, I was like, what was the word she said? Yikes. Lose my number or something like that.
What?
And I think it was just because maybe I put on the sap a little. Maybe I was like, well, I think you're really gorgeous and I'd love to take you out for like a dinner or maybe a movie or something.
And she said, "Yikes."
And she said, yikes. Lose my number.
Yikes.
I'm
And
confused.
so I was too. It came from. I was like, I was at work too, and when I saw it, I had just like finished going pee in the bathroom. I'm washing my hands, and I look at my phone, and I'm like, and I look up in the mirror. I'm like, this bitch must have. I'm looking. Lost her fucking money. And so she had, and this is funny because it's really mean, but she had a piercing, like a septum piercing,
Yeah.
in all her pictures, and so. I looked up online a picture of like a pig with a septum piercing. And I sent her the picture with her words and quotes. I said, yikes, lose my number. And she immediately blocked me.
Jody.
What? Yikes? Yikes, lose my number. I just wanted to get some grub, dude.
Take the high road, my guy.
You sent her a damn pig.
That's more messed up than what
She started it, dude.
She started
you don't hit me with a yikes, all right?
You started
Not
she started it, but you took it to a whole nother level.
Damn.
That's dirty, man. I don't appreciate that shit.
I thought you was gonna go for a bull, bro. You went for the pig.
I think it was a
bull
pig. I looked up farm animal with nose piercing is what I looked up.
This woman probably like committed suicide or something.
No, because I saw her ass with a new profile probably a month later on Bumble.
Yeah, did she have the septum off?
No, she saw the same old
She didn't
picture.
give a fuck about him.
Man, she was dirty. I bet you. She was
though.
hoping I would come in and be like, "Oh, let's fuck right now, bitch. Where you at?"
I've always found it confusing though, like why women get turned off by compliments.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like,
weird.
If there's a mutual interest there, like where both of you guys are like, all right, let's see where this goes. If someone gives you a compliment, why is that like an insult? I just don't,
Especially in that situation.
Yeah.
Like if I come up to you at a bar or something
Goes
and I
back to
give you
that post that I showed you the other day.
yeah.
like if I come up to you at a bar or something and I give you a compliment and you're like, oh no thank you, like understandable. Like
I feel like women like to be complimented more on their accessories more than their body.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, I like
I
the
love your
necklace
hair.
that you're
Your
wearing
hair
or
is not-
something.
yeah.
Thanks.
Or
Because
like
they don't
instead
get
of
all that
saying,
cliche
"Oh, you have
shit.
very pretty eyes," or "You're gorgeous," because they feel like
But you're gorgeous is so innocent. Like,
it is, but
It's
I mean,
innocent, but it's also probably cliche.
At the
how many
same
girls hear
time-
that shit?
there's only so many words
yeah,
we can
they probably
use.
hear it all the time in their DMs if they're like actually good looking. So I
Yeah.
mean, it probably gets tired. That's why they probably like appreciate more of the fact of like appreciate something they're wearing. Like, hey, that's a nice blouse, or I don't know.
True.
Those earrings are really
Hair is
cool.
always a good go-to.
I'm gonna hit you with the truth.
Ladies are always worried about their hair and how it looks.
Whatever I see, I'm gonna hit you with.
You don't have to worry about that no more. Though,
I
so.
don't. I successfully knocked it down. But if I'm like,
Let's go.
I don't like your hair, but like I'm not gonna lie and go, your hair looks great today, and I hope you wear it tomorrow.
Wow. Do that again.
Hope you wear it.
And I thought you were a
Hope you
dick.
wear it tomorrow.
You thought I was a dick? I am
No,
a
I'm
dick.
saying Jody.
Oh.
That's even more dickish.
Me?
Yeah.
I am a dick. You know that. Just how we do it. I mean, I'm not misogynistic. I'm just
I wouldn't.
truthful.
I don't think I am. I respect women entirely. I was raised by women. I don't. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
I was
women.
birthed by women.
But we're all human at the end of the day. I don't feel like.
I mean, personally,
I
I've
don't feel
never
like just because they're a
send
woman,
someone
they're
a
above
pig
me.
picture just 'cause they
That
say,
was-
"Yikes,
Dude.
here's my number."
Dude, okay,
Dude, that was
I don't think I did it.
ruthless.
I don't think I did it justice. How simple what I said was. It was something so innocent that didn't deserve a yikes, let alone a lose my number, all in one go. And you look like that,
Maybe she
and you're
felt
gonna do
like,
that.
Maybe she felt like you were moving too fast, and she didn't want to do it.
But
then.
Man,
Yikes
she
is
obviously
weird.
didn't think I was
Yikes
moving
is a-
fast enough.
Yikes is a weird word.
I don't
to
think
the-
so. Because
I'm telling you, because
how long
all
were you
her
talking
reply,
before?
bro, like maybe like fucking 12 messages back and forth.
That's way too fast, dude. You got to get to know someone first before you.
She
ask
wouldn't
them
even.
anything.
That's what I'm saying. She didn't even give me a chance.
Then you
I
should have
just said, "Oh, you look nice in this picture," or
unmatched her.
something. It was something so innocent, bro.
Was she
And
actually
was like,
conversating with you?
I
or
should've-
she-
You just feel
I
like being a
should've-
menace, though. You know,
I
it's like,
should've
yeah, I
taken-
could've- sometimes you could. Yeah, I could have
Hey.
just unmatched you. Nah, I'm feeling vicious today. Fuck you.
I chose violence
I'ma do
today.
this.
Yeah.
Everyone who's been on that grind knows that feeling where you're like, all right, again, I'm dealing with this shit. Like I'm trying to be nice.
You're preaching to the choir. I still
That's
deal
what I'm
with it
saying.
every
So it's like
day.
every once in a while you
But
gotta let
Dating sites are just weird. But
I mean, I've never like done anything like that as many
Yeah, I
times as
can't
I've
do
been.
Bro, that was
ghosted
that was
and
built
shit.
up.
Same.
Bro.
I
That
can't
was
do
built
So
up.
it's not like,
Same.
I mean, I get ghosted like all the time. You
I
know,
was-
I
okay,
don't-
so it was
Whatever.
like, bro, that's
Okay.
coming off of like a good month straight of no matches. I'm low in my self confidence. I'm like, these bitches don't like me. And then I get her, and again, not that attractive.
Was it an ego booster for you?
No, because I matched
feel
with
like
her
it
in the
was.
first place. I was like, this is
gotta
what
be
I
a
get a
little
match
like-
with.
Yeah,
And
I got you now.
Exactly.
It sounds terrible. It sounds
Yeah.
anyway.
It sounds terrible to say it like that. I'm sounding like a big head over here. But seriously, I was like, damn, I must be like some fucking monster. I'm Shrek over here. Because all I attract is
Hey,
this kind of
don't
person.
disrespect Shrek. He got
Yeah,
me.
I know, he's got me beat, bro. He's got me beat.
Shrek got
Dude,
Fiona,
Shrek
bro.
laid
There you
it
go.
down. And
He
what
got
am I?
Fiona
and
before she was
me over
younger,
here,
too.
I got pigs saying yikes. I gotta let it be known.
I feel like it was more because you asked her on the date like a little
I
bit
don't
too
even
soon.
actually. The more I think about it, the more I don't even think. I wish I had to screenshot it when I did it because it was really funny to me too. That was probably the best part about it is the laugh.
Yikes.
The laugh I felt.
We need
and
that
had-
on the soundbite.
Bro, dude.
Yikes. Yeah, now I get why she said yikes.
That was a gut laugh, dude. Like a real belly laugh. Like you don't get those often. And I was crying tears laughing.
She wasn't laughing.
Bro, I had to go walk around the building at work.
I hope Megan.
Coming in hot.
Bro,
I hope Megan never like does anything.
that's how it goes down, dude. She was.
Oh,
that's.
good.
I'm telling you guys,
Ruthless.
I didn't do it just. That's why I had to take the shot first because I don't remember it properly enough to really do it just. But I assure you,
I mean, you were
if you would
pretty
have seen
detailed.
what I had said, if I had the whole messages and you'd seen what I had said, you'd be like,
I got
you'd
a
be like, I
question.
would have done that shit too. I would have sent a cow.
I can't say I would ever do that to a woman, but sure. But I do have a question about that. So, like, was she dull in conversation, or was she like giving you one word
answers.
Oh, you should have
she
been
wasn't-
And I'm
she
saying,
just
like,
unmatched her
hey,
from the
what's your
get-go.
favorite movie? Like, do you like a horror more, or like not even like overwhelming, but just I'm asking questions and being
Give
engaging,
an
and
example
she's like,
of how she would answer.
so I'd be like, okay, I'd be like, hey, what kind of music do you like to listen to? Right? Simple, just
music.
not even that. Hey, that's way too complex. That's way over the top.
What would she say? I want to know what her response was.
IDK rap.
I unmatched instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
what are your favorite? What are your favorite rappers?
So even
I like Drake, I guess. Or like it would.
see, unmatched.
It's not even
instantly.
like who it is. It's just the fact that it's like.
You would have. I'm surprised you even asked that on a date.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. The
You
more I
would've
think
wanted
about
a
it,
date
the
on
more
that?
I think about it, the more I think I didn't
I'd have
ask
been
her out of
done.
it. I think it was something. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even
man.
that. It was something so
You
much.
probably
simpler.
said something offensive.
Bro, no, impossible.
I don't believe you.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that
Can I
kind
go on a
of
date
guy.
with you? Yikes!
Not even like
Lose my number. That's
now.
random.
100%. I know I didn't ask her for a date.
I believe you. I believe you. Because
It was something
dating apps
just
are
like-
tricky, man. Like I remember the only time I ever used Tinder, I matched with this chick, and you know I'm not like the type of dude. I just can't. I'm not the type of dude where I just go like around like hooking up with hella people. It just feels weird to me.
I've never done that. Really.
So I'm talking to her, and I'm being hella polite. I'm being hella chivalrous. You know, like, hey, how you doing today? Like, you know, my name is Prentice. What's your name? What are you into? Blah blah. Blah. You know, do all that stuff, right?
Sounds
We're
right.
actually having a real ass conversation, like a good conversation. Then all of a sudden, she goes, "You're lame. I'm just trying to fuck." And I'm like, okay.
That's what Tinder's more for. To
But I'm
be
like,
honest.
damn.
I think that was
I'm just trying to
basically
be. I'm just
the
trying to
vibe
be
she
a
was
good
going
dude.
for. Yeah, I think
I'm
that was
just trying to
and
be a
that was
good
me.
dude,
I was
you
you in
know?
that situation. Imagine if instead of saying like "Wow, you're boring" or whatever she said, she just said "Yikes, lose it." All right.
I
Don't
was just
apply
confused.
that.
Why delete the app?
I was like,
I didn't even know what happened. I just, like I said, after that, I didn't even
Bro,
reply.
I was so
deleted the
salty,
app.
you guys.
I just sent her no fucking pig photo.
Bro, I was so salty. Just because I was like, I can't let her just win on this. And like, no, because listen, okay, I did it for my fellow man, and I'll explain why.
I
Okay,
can't let her.
No,
if
I
I
don't want
don't,
the explanation
bro,
anymore.
if I don't
really
come
don't
back on
either,
her,
yeah.
if I don't come back on
I
her,
got
at that
3 more
shit,
questions. I gotta.
real quick, just real quick,
ahead, go get
and
your
we'll
load.
end it. If I don't come back on her on that shit, she's gonna keep doing that to other people.
That's okay. Let her do that.
Less, you know,
You know what
willing
happens?
to say the facts that
All right, you know what happens to
to
her
lay
at
it
the
on
end
the
of the day?
table.
At the end of the day, she's alone and sad, and you know.
And I'm alone and sad too. Damn it!
Are
She
you
needs to
alone and
feel
sad?
for it.
Not
She needs
anymore.
to feel.
Yo,
Who won? Who's
I bet
winning right
she
now?
got.
That's
I
a-
bet she got
that's
her
a
shit
time.
rocked that day.
Yeah, I bet
she
you
got
she did. She the very next person she matched, she was like, "Come fuck me right now."
fucking.
This guy
clapped,
just
bro.
called me a peg, and I need fucking.
I need
I
validation.
guarantee
I
she
got
didn't
fucked
tell
up.
He was
anyone
like,
that.
"Shit over."
No, yeah, no, she didn't say that.
She
But
probably
she
told
did
her
that,
group
though.
chat with her friends, but she didn't say she ain't gonna tell another dude that.
Like, that's all I'm almost sad. I was being so nice to him and sending him these long soliloquies about my love. She made up a bunch of shit. is what she
Oh,
did.
good thing you don't need dating apps anymore.
All right, next question.
Have you ever dated a friend's ex? Ever wanted to?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
Wait,
I
you
need to be
did or did you want to?
both.
Like
surprised you take that
back
shot.
up and-
Go ahead.
Does
God, I was too quick with that answer. I'm
You
sorry.
was way
He
too
like,
fast.
hell
And
yeah.
now a whole bunch of your friends are like, all right,
I know, shit.
they go to their list
This
of extras,
idea.
like,
God.
which one does he have
I
a
got a
close
couple homies
relationship
that we
with?
used to date.
Which one?
Like this motherfucker. I knew he was.
Damn.
That slippery snake.
I definitely thought like that'd be either a no answer or a drink.
Ooh-wee.
Fuck. I'm
What you
sorry.
got?
A friend's
I
ex?
apologize.
Yes.
My bad, y'all.
You just like
You know who you are,
I was about
too,
to say, you know who you are.
He knows who he is.
Yeah,
Shit,
man.
I mean, I guess that makes it better, right? Because he's like, we had this conversation.
Yeah,
before.
we've had this
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Y'all talk about it openly?
No, like so, like
Just,
like
just
in high
as
school,
casual, like, oh,
like
your
in high
girlfriend's
school,
hot.
like like my homie would get like he'd date a girl, and then he'd be like, I'm not really feeling her no more, and then he'd be like,
You want her?
Pass it over.
I mind if I do?
She smashed the homies?
Hey, bro, I'm right here, bro.
Danger. He smashed a homie.
Bro, I'll take that assist. Pass.
and I mean, it'd just be like, yeah, like she, it'd probably be like something like, oh, like there was this one girl, like my dude, he was dating her. He just started being an asshole to her because he was trying to get her to break up with him, and niggas don't. Nah, I'm not gonna break up with you. You gotta break up with me because I don't feel like.
I'm just
Stubborn.
breaking up. I don't like wasting time.
And then she had told his sister that she thought I was cute, so then he was just like, "Oh, yep, I got you, assist."
Pass.
Okay.
Got the lateral?
He must be a really good.
Under the arm lateral.
Y'all different.
No, and then I had this other friend, like we probably dated the same girl like 3 or 4 times.
Back and forth.
Like that we would just do
Alley-oop
that
and
shit.
shit. Damn.
I couldn't do it.
Holy cow. Y'all was it Eskimo brothers? Is that what they
Yeah.
call it? Yeah, Eskimo brothers.
And
Eskimo brothers.
Ooh. I couldn't do it.
That's
I couldn't do it.
wild.
All right, what you got?
I mean, bruh, sorry to all my friends, but at least not the ones I know. Not one of them have an ex that I would want to date. Or what was the other question? Or they're like dating now and I'd want to date? Not even. Sorry.
An ex? I think it was just an ex.
Just said ever wanted to.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, no. I've
Damn.
never had a friend that had someone banging where I was like, damn, how did he? Oh, if only I could just dip my toe in a little bit of that love spa. Man, ooh. No, I wish. That'd be cool.
I think for
No,
me,
not I wish, actually. It makes me happy that I haven't had to betray my friends.
I didn't. It wasn't betrayal. Like like we kind of.
It sounds like it was mutual
It was
agreement.
like
mutual
fire.
agreement.
Yeah, they were
It was like-
high-fiving over
It was
it.
like I was fighting over her on some like, yo, I need to like. It was like
Yeah, dude, we're doing
It was
a blue
like-
cocky on Thursday. You
Yeah,
got it?
it's not like you went behind their backs or anything.
Yeah,
It sounds
That
like
sound like
y'all knew.
WWE.
Off the top rope.
It's an Eiffel Tower shit or something. Y'all running trains on her.
Throwing that box.
That's so funny.
Oh, shit.
All right. Do you have any nude images of anyone that I? Well, actually, because probably not. Hold on, I'm not gonna answer that one.
You already know the answer.
Because I was like, wait,
I was
like,
taking a shot.
He was
the question says, do you have any nude images of anyone that I know on your phone right now? So that'd be kind of weird because I feel like
be
most
like,
people that we have in common that I
He
know.
goes,
The
yeah.
secret.
I know he does. Oh god.
So I'm like thinking like, oh, I mean, if he has,
It's like, is this something I need to know? You hacking in my system?
so instead I'm gonna ask this: what's the last inanimate object you put inside yourself or another person? And for context, this doesn't mean like food or drinks.
Like, no, you can't just be like, I had a Gatorade for
The
lunch.
last inanimate object you inserted inside your own body or somebody else's. Okay. All right.
It's be kind of weird for Jody because we definitely know
don't
who.
answer.
It's not my business to tell.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I gotta take the L on this one. I can't say that.
Gentlemen don't kiss and tell. We can't do that.
There we go. All right.
You're right. That's for the ladies. They do that.
He put a
He did what? Oh my god.
stuck a water bottle on my ass.
Oh god.
He's crazy.
Guess what? It felt good.
The last question.
All right.
What's the strangest place you've had sex?
Oh my god, that's such a good question. Let me really think on that. You go.
Strange.
Strange.
Wow, that's crazy you asked that because I just had this conversation with someone earlier, like today.
He's warmed up on it.
There was a party at one of our homies' spots, and my girlfriend at the time, we had sex in their bathroom at the party.
At the party.
Yeah.
Like, we got a minute.
Yeah, no, that was literally like,
It's like, hey,
you got a minute. She had a
nobody
little like,
knows we're
she had
alone
this like romper on, where it was like hella high up, so you could just move it to the
It
side.
just
I was
get the
just
little,
like,
the little sweep.
I was like,
Yeah, dude. So I'm gonna go ahead
hella
and
funny.
pull that to the side.
No, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes, man.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Weirdest.
Either that or the backseat of the car at prom.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of
That's
those.
pretty tame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was tame too. That's why I went for the other one.
I mean, but it is what it is. I don't
Not
even know
everybody's
what
done
would be
it.
the weirdest. Weirdest?
Strangest.
Strangest.
You got too many options.
I mean, it wasn't really. They're different than the norm, but they're not really strange.
Like
Maybe
grandma's house or something.
See, that's strange.
Okay, I see
Grandma's
what you're saying.
bed.
Okay,
Grandma's
okay.
bed is even
Oh,
stranger.
that's the strangest.
That's even stranger.
I would never.
The morgue.
No.
A funeral home.
Yeah.
God.
One time
Wait, one time at the funeral?
at the funeral in the graveyard though on the tombstones.
Nah.
There
see,
are some
that's-
people who like that shit
Y'all,
though.
y'all ever seen MacGruber? The movie
Not in a
MacGruber?
long time.
Ah, man.
The
But I
scene
saw
where
it.
he's like acting. Well, he's like supposed to be fucking a ghost, and he's making all the weird noises.
That's fucking
and they
right.
like pan to him, and he's like not even like humping someone. He's just like looks like he's humping like a
Yeah,
tombstone.
he's just
I
Shit
remember
roll.
rewatched that shit.
Movie's
I
fine.
just remember him ripping people's throats out.
Yeah.
Don't rip.
probably at the Air Force Base.
Whoa.
And I don't know if
McClellan?
not McClellan, the one out in Rancho.
Oh, Mather.
Mather?
Mather.
Okay.
It was late, real late, dark, and we just like fucking pulled into some random like parking lot in one of the random like bunker warehouse or whatever, like that are just unmarked buildings. Just pulled it into the park.
Got it in.
And I had my truck at that time, so it was just in the back of the truck. Easy peasy.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, but it was definitely strange because it was super fucking dark. There was like
Yeah, I
the
know how
one
basic
like
are, it's crazy.
yellow spotlight they have, that
Yeah.
old style of where it's just like a weird vibe in the air.
Yep.
And
Words.
and then the whole time I was like looking around like untrustworthy and shit. Couldn't even get into it because I was too nervous about someone
That's
like
the-
walking
that's
up,
the worst.
or like even animals. Because like in that area,
That's
like
enjoyable.
Is it animals would bother you?
I don't want no fucking like rabid possums coming up trying to bite my balls or like.
You're on a
I
truck
don't want
though.
really
You
what it
jumping
is.
on that?
But like, it's on the tail, the tail.
Oh,
bit.
tailgate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I don't want it's skunks too. Like that would that you want to talk about a buzzkill?
How does skunk spray you
Fucking
down?
get
in the
sprayed
middle?
by a talk about.
I definitely think they would like see you guys and run away, but just
Yeah, I
saying.
don't think-
Like this
They wouldn't-
motherfucker's right on my house.
They wouldn't even get close enough for you to even worry about that.
No. I
like
ain't
they're
worried
right
about
on my
you.
house,
I'm
humping.
more worried about people.
Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah.
to spray a motherfucker. No, yeah, it was definitely the people.
Now, if
I
you
was
were in
looking
the
around
woods,
like-
I'd be concerned about a bear, but a
That shit's-
possum,
that
a
shit's
raccoon,
spooky.
those motherfuckers scared of you.
Keep it in the tent, dude.
Yeah.
I love
Don't
when you
go
just
out-
play the straight man, Roger. Like, you're just like, yeah, I'm just going, like, y'all niggas weird.
Y'all can do your weird shit.
Let me just spoil off of me, I guess. Like, y'all niggas weird, you weird. I'm just straight.
You know, like one of the weirdest. Like I've been thinking about, like, how does it get done? How do you join the Mile High Club? Like, how do you have sex in an airplane?
Same question.
I
Because you
find
can't
that
do it
so
in that
hard.
bathroom. There's no way.
I've been thinking about this over and over.
Well,
bro.
if you're
The
fat,
bathroom-
you can't, but if
Bro,
you're pretty
that-
skinny, you
no,
can.
Even if-
that shit is so like when you
It's
walk
so
in that shit,
small, dude.
it's so off balance. Like you're like
How is
walking,
she gonna
hitting
get her
your
leg
shoulders
up?
on everything.
Unless you got
So
some
what's considered
acrobat.
a Mile High Club? Just like getting your nut off, or like
You have to-
actually
you have
to have
penetrating?
sex.
Half
Yeah.
sack, penis in vagina or asshole. You know, free piece.
Maybe
Free love.
like,
yeah,
maybe she just sits on you. I don't know.
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be
Yeah.
doggy, but
There's gotta
even
be
then,
a
it'd be
real
like.
like no one's on this flight.
or they're
type
like
shit.
standing straight up, and you're just.
You gotta have a 3-incher to like. There's not
secluded.
room.
The airplane is not secluded. People are watching that shit.
And yeah,
Like, if you're just
exactly.
sitting
The
there
good
fucking,
luck both of you sneaking into
everyone
there.
is watching.
That's a good point. Like, because
Yeah.
How are you gonna get the second person in without someone noticing? There's
telling
always,
you,
always
a
someone
private
like.
jet.
That's what I was just about to say.
That-
That's the only
that's
way.
the real way to
I
do
can
it.
think of it.
You can't do it on a public aircraft. No.
People have.
I don't know. People keep talking about like they have. Like I
They're
know people who
probably-
like keep
people
saying
have.
like, yeah, I'm part of my Hut Club. Like how?
You can sneak
How
into
did you
you
make
can
this
sneak into the
happen?
cargo hold.
Show the film.
You
Show
could,
tape.
you could sneak into the cargo hold, technically.
You could?
If you know what you're doing.
I don't know.
You don't have to
The
like
average
have a
person's
key or
retarded,
nothing.
they
You could
don't
just
know.
be like, oh, open the hatch, and then
I
you
feel
go
like
down there.
you're part of the Mile High Club.
I
After
want to.
explaining this shit.
I
Like,
want to.
I
That
want
would
to
be
to the
too.
cargo hold. Like,
You want to too?
I do. That's why I thought about it. That's
And I'm
why
gonna
I've been-
flex
that's why-
like Patrick
That's
Bateman
why
in
I've been
American
thinking
Psycho.
about it, but I just don't know how it happened.
So is it considered a Mile High Club if you're like, what if you like fuck on like a helicopter?
No, it literally
It
has to be
an airplane?
And yeah, you can be in an airplane and not technically be in it if it's not high enough.
Why do they call it the Mile High Club?
Because it's a mile high off the ground. It's a mile
more
altitude.
than a mile high.
It's definitely more than a mile.
Well, I mean, it's more, but it's at least a mile above the ground.
I don't know. I've been thinking.
That's
about
why they
A
call it.
mile.
I'm gonna have to YouTube it. I'm gonna have to YouTube it.
Yes, what are you gonna find? That's why
Like,
they
why
call
is
it.
it called like the 30,000 mile?
You would
club?
think
'Cause
it's
they're
like
like
30,000 feet
That's a
club.
lot of
or something
words.
like that. Yeah.
The 30K feet club.
The Cloud Club.
I feel like the
didn't
Mile
wanna be
High Club
confused with-
was like, I don't know. Like you said, you gotta fuck like if you're more than a mile like from the ground,
It has to be at least.
like on a hill or something. No, that's considered the
Not
ground.
that you're on the
that's
ground.
In a tree.
In the tree. Fucking the tree.
Damn, what kind of go to the redwoods? That's your life's fucking goal, dude. Is to climb the top of the redwood and fuck on
Yeah,
it.
that
there's
shit
people,
sound
like-
more legendary than the Mile
That
High
would
Club,
be
though. I'm not
incredible,
gonna lie.
dude. Imagine the view.
From the redwoods, that should be beautiful.
Imagine like having sex
be
while
screaming.
skydiving.
That'd be,
That would be lit.
But
That'd be
wait,
lit.
you guys.
I'm
Yeah,
scared of
no, wait.
If
I'm
I'm
gonna agree with
skydiving, I'd rather
But
fuck.
wait. Listen.
Are you busting into her or no?
Dude,
Because what if
you-
they
No,
You gotta
hit you in
listen.
the face?
It's gonna hit you in the face. But listen, you gotta tape your balls down, dude.
Wait, why?
Think of how fast
Oh,
you're
yeah,
falling. You've
that's
seen
true.
videos of people's
That's true.
mouths like all open and shit.
What
and
if it
they're
feels good?
Bro, your balls are gonna be
No,
fucking
bro. That's like getting kicked in
It's
the
like
nuts over and over
yeah,
and over
think of
again.
like the fucking That's what it's gonna be like with the wind.
It's gonna be on.
You gotta take them boys down. Them boys are gonna be
Well,
wild.
maybe they just are, sticking their dick out, through their pants, like they unzip their pants.
Yeah.
and
You get the damn boxer hole.
I
And
feel
shit.
like that would hurt your.
I feel like it would too.
Not as much as
How
having
much
your balls
blood
free.
pressure
Man,
would you need for this thing?
man.
A lot of
so horny.
Because you're fighting against the ring with
Hey.
sisters, bro. Like,
You gotta get some blue chew, bro.
Oh, you're definitely not in control. The woman's definitely in control of that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you
She's
just
definitely throwing it back.
I know,
Yeah.
I
Is it even enjoyable at that point, though?
don't think so. I don't even think
Maybe.
you feel it. To be
Yes.
honest with you,
Quick answer. Yes.
I don't think you feel it. I think you feel all this. I don't even think you feel that, bro.
But you know it's happening.
You know
and
it's
so you're
happening.
like,
I gotta see if we know anyone that knows. We're gonna ask this question.
Yeah.
to someone.
someone's done it out there.
at
Someone
that.
on this planet has fucking skydived. Get it? Fucking skydived.
That's all
Do
funny.
you think anybody ever has sex while rock climbing?
No, that's some scary shit.
They might have done it on
That's
those
scary, but having
cliffside
sex while
tents.
skydiving is not.
Skydiving, you have a parachute. When you're rock
What if
climbing,
that
you
shit
let
fucks
go.
up?
That's it, bro.
But have you seen those
you're
cliff
strapped down.
climbing fucking tent things they do?
That's
It's like
wild,
a thing where they
yes.
they hook it into the rock like they do with their gear when they're climbing, and they fucking sleep on the side of the mountain.
It's like a what's
Like-
it called? A hammock
Yeah,
type,
dude.
but a tent. This is
No.
real.
There you
I
go.
swear to God.
Just be very slow and gentle.
They had an
Don't
Apple Watch
wanna
commercial with
fall
it
off the
too.
mountain.
Wait, what?
They had an Apple Watch commercial where they showed it.
Where they
too.
showed it?
Yeah.
That shit is,
And I
Humans
just
are
thought
weird,
that's
bro.
like the first thing I thought of. I was like, what if they're
bro.
like?
Even if I
having
knew
sex.
I didn't toss and turn in my sleep,
Yeah, I'm
no.
good, dog.
Like what? Right?
Can you
What
just
if you
wait-
sleep extra good that night? You wake up to your ass fucking. Whoa!
Well, you're not waking up first. of all.
I know it's done.
What if you did that?
It's over.
What if you did? Like usually, yeah, you wouldn't. You sleep until you hit the ground. It's all over. But what if you woke up right as you rolled off? You were just like,
You know, you probably would wake up because have you guys ever had the dream where you're
Oh, yeah.
falling,
Where you're
and then all of
falling
a
and you're
sudden,
right before you hit?
You would
like,
totally
smack
wake
your
up.
bed?
It'd be
Yeah.
like Inception, right? Remember they make them fall to
Yeah.
wake them up.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, you'd wake up.
That'd be
and your ass wouldn't
wild.
be able to react. You wouldn't even be able to have a last thought. You would just wake up.
You just wake up and just see concrete, or
like at your
boulders or
nose,
something.
right here.
That's it, man.
That'd be wild.
I'm good. I'm Gucci off that.
I'm sure they strap themselves in. You know what I mean?
They're all
Yeah,
strapped
yeah.
up.
They're gonna
They're
have some
safe,
kind of-
seatbelt type
but it's
shit.
still
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous.
See, like I said, I don't
But,
know, man.
I mean,
My
are you
ass stay
putting
on the
your
ground.
life on a buckle or like some type of like
Just to like,
I don't
like,
climb
what,
rocks.
what are those clips
I
called?
just don't climb rocks.
they're
That's
always like 10, 15 feet from the top too. It's like, just go the last few feet.
yeah, no, I just don't climb rocks.
Why?
It's
More
just,
of the
I stay
thrill.
my ass on the ground. I'm good.
Why
We don't climb
sleep on
shit,
the
bro.
side? We keep our ass locked on the ground.
Yeah, I'm good. I got my shoes on, dog. I'm good. I could walk.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be lit to have sex while skydiving.
Yeah, because there's a parachute, bro.
There's safety at the end.
I'm not putting my life in the
In the hand of the
that.
parachute.
yeah.
That's what the spare parachute
The
is for.
parachute is the parachute
On a
protects you
sheet,
more.
on a bed sheet, you're gonna rely on a bed sheet.
Not a bed sheet.
You're gonna rely on some 1,000 count
It's
Egyptian
nylon, bro.
cotton.
Some cotton or
That
something.
Egyptian
proven.
cotton is more improved.
It's been proven.
You know what else is proven?
What?
Having sex on the bed.
That's proven too.
That's
Tried and
Insane.
proven.
But that's never
How,
enough.
how many deaths
No.
have there been like while having sex on the bed compared to like skydiving?
Hey, you don't
I
want to
bet
dive
you-
into that.
I bet you there's been more.
You're gonna be very
I
upset
bet you
if
there's
you
been more.
Google
More
it. Google
too.
it. Let's Google
I
it.
bet you
No.
there's been more.
Let's find
Oh,
this out
yeah.
now.
Weirdest thing I've ever.
While I'm Googling that, I do have a question.
What's up?
Okay, what is now we did this on a previous episode like a long time ago actually. Okay. So your dream concert. Okay. But here's a scenario. Okay, you got to choose one opener, okay, a headliner, a guest performer, and then one dead artist to come back and perform.
Okay.
So what
Opener?
is- Yep. Someone to open up the concert,
Headliner,
headliner, that's the main event.
guest.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that guest is going to be doing something with the headliner.
Yep.
Oh, that'll be hard. Okay, and then a dead artist to come back.
Yep.
Opener,
your opener could be the dead artist that came back. By the way,
yeah.
right?
Good,
I mean-
technically. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna have my opener be. I want it to be somebody like low key that I'm like a big fan of, that I'd love to just see do something legendary like that. I think it'd be cool to have like. Okay,
Who started tonight?
okay, this is gonna be like the hip hop show of all time.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna open up with No Name.
Okay.
I'll open up with No Name. Headline Andre 3000. Guest artist Anderson Paak. They come in and they do that fucking opening track off in Ventura. That should be hard.
Those boys together.
That should be nasty, right?
I like
No
it.
Name opening. Andre headlining. Just to have him back, that shit is crazy, like, right? Anderson Paak come in as a guest, give us some fucking vibes. They do a track together. Then dead artist would probably be Biggie.
Okay.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Biggie.
Biggie?
Isn't that only 4 though? You said is it 4 or 5?
Yeah, it's 4. It's 4.
From
An
what he
opener,
said, yeah.
A main artist.
When we
guest
did it, it was
artist.
5.
We did
We
5.
did 5.
but it wasn't that.
No, it wasn't
Put
that
together.
deep. We just
Yeah,
did,
you got the better version. Updated.
Yeah. I know. I went back. I was
Dream
like, what
Concert
would've made that better?
2.0. Yeah, you were like, what
Yeah.
else could I have?
Well, because I think when I did it, I was like, I was like, this person would open because I think I said the internet would open.
Yeah, you set it up like that
Yeah.
for sure. Mine was just like these 5 artists.
Yeah, same. That's
No,
how mine
I
was.
kind of had a progression to the night.
Nah, I didn't. I know
I
I
had a
didn't.
progression. You were saying like I didn't know you were gonna do. I remember you said
Megan was all over the
all
place.
over.
It was
mine
like,
had
it
a,
was-
a very clear ramp up,
yeah,
and Death Grips were there.
yeah.
So that's- I think they
you
were
started
like-
out with
Yeah,
Fleetwood
wild
Mac.
ass
I
night.
think that's what you did. You
I
started out with Fleetwood
Mac because we
yeah.
had to have a female artist too. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's see. Not only do I get what's her name, I get all of Fleetwood with it.
Well, I threw a female artist in there because I started with No Name.
You did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So you
I like
Yeah, I
No
already
Name.
did it.
I wish he came back. I wish he dropped more music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's more on her like feed the people, like empowering stuff.
I mean,
the
good
music
on her,
is just
though.
like she's not trying to sell out a bunch of tickets to a bunch of white people. It's not her vibe.
She's gonna do a show when she's.
I don't have no problem selling tickets to white people. I love it when y'all come out to see me. Please and thank you.
White people, please. Come on now, white people.
Yes, please, white people.
Come on.
I make very palatable music. Please.
Oh, you lovely people out there.
They like that type of music, like 6ix9ine type shit. Let's be real. They don't like music with substance.
Well, that was funny. Okay, another question. Which artist today is one of the most overrated artists?
Overrated, Jack Harlow.
Overrated.
Yeah, I was too ready for that. Sorry.
Who?
Like,
No, I'm not. You're not wrong. Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Ooh, that's a hot take. I like
Yeah.
that.
What about underrated?
see, the Eminem take that I
like
said
that.
earlier, I apologize for because I would love to work with Eminem. I love M. I just had to talk my shit a little bit because I love Royce more. But like Jack Harlow, like I don't give a fuck. Like if you were to like see this and be like, oh fuck you, I don't ever want. Now you burned your bridges. I'd be like, cool. Like bridge burn, bitch. I'll give you the lighter fluid. Fuck you.
You need some extra gas?
You know, I want to like Jack Harlow.
I like old Jack Harlow.
I want
I
to
don't
like.
even like old Jack. I've listened to a lot. I've tried. I
Yeah.
tried.
His
It's-
older music to me was better.
It's like popcorn rap. It's like
You're right.
you know, just
yeah.
where the punchlines come in. You know where the hooks.
What
gonna be, you know.
punchlines?
It's like that.
He's got flow. That's it.
I don't even think
And it's
he
not
has
even
that
like,
anymore.
yeah, that's not even like, it's not
Like,
even crazy. Like,
that's the old Jack Harlow
Yeah.
had some flow, but the new Jack Harlow is more pop mainstream.
It's
Yeah.
like
This-
Drake. It's like Drake Light. It's like Drake.
Yeah.
Diet Drake. You
Yeah.
know,
Diet Drake.
or not even Diet Drake. It's like
TM?
it's like flat Drake. You know, it's like,
Oh, it's
like
been
you take-
sitting out?
Yeah, it's like you take a Sprite, you take the top
Oh,
off,
man.
you let
And
it
somebody
sit.
just screw it back on, right? Now it's all
man,
flat.
that's the
That's
best
it.
example I've ever
Wow,
heard.
Jack. Come on now, man.
Who's your underrated artist?
Underrated?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Most underrated. Saba.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that answer. Yeah, Saba was
Yeah, Saba's dope.
Fuck with that answer.
saying.
But I've been. See, for me, underrated is such a tough question because it's like underrated off whose metric, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I bet you if
yeah.
you asked him, he wouldn't say he's underrated.
No,
and
of
I
course.
feel like he has a strong fucking fan base.
Right.
People love his music. Like, he gets good reviews.
But underrated just means like you think the person should have more of a pull than they
Yeah.
do. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I think Saba is heavily underrated. I think like you look at other artists like and even like from his area, I think he's a better artist than Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. That's
think-
kind of why I said it too.
you
Because I was
know.
thinking about
That's
that.
what you
in
had in
my
mind?
head. That was the train of thought.
Yeah, well, Roger already knows the next question.
He's trying to start some
Here
shit.
you
With
go.
it.
He knows the next
Fuck, I love
question.
Chance. Chance is
There you
actually
go.
one of my biggest influences.
Here you
Hold
go.
up.
So
I'm
here-
sorry, Chance.
Here's a question that
He's trying to start some.
Damn, man.
He's
You know
trying
these
to
my
start
contemporaries,
something.
right? Like, I can't.
Why are you putting me in this situation?
Here's an argument we've had plenty of times on this podcast.
I think I know it.
Has Chance the Rapper fallen off?
That's right.
Nah, I don't know if I'd say he's falling off. I think he's redirecting. I think
Thank you.
You think he's redirecting?
I think he.
I think that direction
he
is down.
So here's what he really wants to ask. So Coloring Book, that mixtape, great album, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Front to back.
The project after that, what was it called? I can't think of it off the top
I
of my
know
head.
most people forget it.
Fuck
the,
you.
The Big Day.
The Big Day. How did you feel about that album?
It was not my favorite.
Wasn't your favorite? But
Yeah.
was it bad?
Here's what I like because I just want to say that because Chance. One of my first concerts I ever went to was a Chance the Rapper concert.
Okay.
After
That's
he dropped
dope.
Acid Rap, I love Chance. He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite artists of all time. He's fucking amazing. Like his whole fucking being the sweet guy, the nice guy at rap. Like that's my whole fucking brand.
Yeah.
Like, so I owe a lot to that. So I just got to start with that.
Yeah.
Like I love Chance. The Big Day just felt like it didn't have any direction.
Yeah.
It felt like it was like cool. We're doing that wholesome ass rap shit that you do, but it's so focused on like an unrelatable ass thing. And then again, like no direction, like musically, there's no
Yeah.
direction. Like, I mean, to not have the social experiment on this album was like this is your debut album. Like people are looking forward to this and you get rid of the thing that's been with you the whole time. Like
Right.
I can understand maybe wanting to try that on the second or third album, but
Yeah.
like the first debut album, you ditch the niggas that have been with you since the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure maybe Peter Cottontail's got some horns and something on there, but like, you know what I mean? Like the social experiment is not as hands-on on the production on that as
I
they
agree
have
with
been on
that.
other stuff.
Yeah. I felt like
I personally still enjoyed the album just because there were some songs that I liked on it.
Man, even
Like
my
Hot
favorite
Shower.
song on there with was that track he did with Smino. The
I
only
love
thing I like
Smino.
about it is with Smino.
Smino is an
And I'd rather
underrated
listen to
artist.
other See,
that's
I might
underrated.
change my Saba answer to Smino.
Hey, you can have
actually.
more than one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
give me
gonna say give me
Saba.
like 3.
I'm gonna say Saba, Smino, and then you know what? Here's an underrated artist. Virgo Gabrielle.
Oh yeah, I know you. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Virgo.
Shout out Virgo.
Yeah, she on her way. She's doing big things.
Yeah, that's a real underrated artist for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Making dope ass music, super different, and it's coming for sure.
Bring him the heat.
That's also my best friend, so I had to.
No, absolutely. No, she gonna do some big things. And plus, like, she kind of falls in that same lane. Like, Sacramento musician.
Yeah.
Not just like in a box. So, okay. I like where this is going. Now, here's another question for you. Here's another little hot take. So, Chance the Rapper hasn't fallen off. Damn, I forgot what I was.
Have you heard his new stuff? Chance's new stuff is dope. And that's why I say he's redirecting. I feel like he's got that direction again. Everything he's been dropping is like,
I've heard his new stuff,
like,
and it's good.
Very focused.
It's good. So here's the thing, man. So Coloring Book was like, this magnum opus. It was this big groundbreaking thing, right? Mixtape wins Grammys. First, rapper to win, album of the year in a long time.
Unsigned, fully independent.
Right.
Off a mixtape.
Then his actual album, that's a lot of pressure, right? So I just think the pressure got to him. I think that he was trying to one up what he did on the Coloring Book, which led to his lack of direction. Like, it was almost like he was trying to do everything that he did on the Coloring Book times 20, and it just sounded corny. Like some of like his gimmicky rhymes that he has on the Coloring Book that sound cool. He went extra on it. He went 10 on it, and it was like, this is like he did that fucking like Timmy Turner reference when he talked about the mega, like, it was just, I don't know, it was weak. But with that being said, there was another rapper who I feel like kind of did the same thing, but then again also turned it around. And I know Roger disagrees with me on this too. Okay, so Forest Hill Drive.
Oh, Mr. Frank Ocean.
No, 2014. Forest Hill Drive.
J. Cole
was one of
I heard
the
Forrest Hill,
greatest.
Forrest Gump.
Was one of the greatest albums of all time, and still to this day, I go back and listen to it, and they're, in my opinion, I think it's top 3 in like the 2000s for albums.
So
to
are you
ever
talking
drop.
about For Your Eyes Only?
Yes, I think For Your Eyes Only was J. Cole's The Big Day. So
Really?
I do.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Okay.
And I know that.
You
like,
don't know
I hear a lot
how
of
relieved
people-
Roger's to hear
So-
that.
I hear a lot of people say that though, man.
Yeah, I agree with you too.
Really, I every time I listen to that album and cry sometimes. Like that shit is like one of my most favorite albums from Cole, and it always bothers me when people say like that shit's trash. It's hella boring. Da 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 da. 'Cause I'm so confused. Like I'm like where. I'm just so confused. Like, really, I don't get it.
See,
What
my
is
take
it?
on it is like, I don't think Cole cared about who he made it for, because he made it for his daughter, So it's not an album for the fans. And sometimes, I feel like artists make music for them and, for that person. So, like, yes, the fans have to listen to it. But at the end of the day, he doesn't give a fuck if the fans liked it or not. I mean,
No, I think he gives a fuck to an extent.
I think
let's
I think
be honest.
what he cares
If he
most
never-
about, though,
if he
is
never
if the
gave a-
daughter did.
that specific project, though, I don't think so.
I mean, if he didn't give a fuck, he would never would have put it out. I mean, the thing.
No, I'm saying I don't think he gave a fuck about what fans thought.
No, I'm saying
he gave a fuck, obviously, but not about what people thought.
I'm saying he gave a fuck about what people thought too.
I don't think so.
I think
Neighbors think I'm selling.
I think
dope.
every artist
Selling
cares about what people
Man,
think, which is why they
How
put out
can
their
you
music.
not like? I just don't. How you could think that's his big day? Like KOD is a cool album. I don't think Cole's ever dropped a weak project. But the singles off of the single Neighbors.
It was weak.
He's never gonna change his mind.
Whoa,
He
won't.
This is
It was weak.
crazy.
It wasn't a
Think I'm
complete.
selling
It wasn't a complete album. There was some real bright spots on that album. Like Neighbors was bright on that album. That
Folding
track,
Clothes is trash. I didn't like Folding Clothes.
that track that he did about his mom being an alcoholic. That track was dope. What was that shit called? I can't remember. Is that? Damn, I can't remember the name of that song. Something tell me hold of me. I can't let go. Yeah, that track. But the rest of it, even the way the album started, and I get it. Like, so he said that he came out with that beat, that Bryson Tiller beat first, but Bryson Tiller came out with the song before he ever dropped it, right? Honestly, you scrap that track. You don't open up your album that way. That can't be the first song on your album.
The first one was For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah,
I know this album too fucking good.
I don't know. It was a decent album, and then
that was like the third track. Was the cool
that
one. But it's still
you're
I get
right.
what you mean. It's on the front. It's on the front end.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't okay. I'm not gonna sit here and go. It was the worst album of all time. It's
You want to though? I can see it in your eyes.
It's highly digestible in comparison to like some really trash albums. Like I would play For Your Eyes Only 100 times before I ever give Jack Harlow's new album another listen.
Yeah,
and I gave that album 2 listens. I listened to
Yo, that's too much.
No, I listened to it the first time because I
I
didn't
couldn't
like
even get
it.
through the whole thing.
Dude,
I
too
listened
many
to
skips, bro.
I listened to it the first time. So
He's a
like,
single heavy artist, like
well,
1 or 2 songs.
we were gonna review it.
So I listened to I started listening to it all the way, like through. I didn't skip any song. I got like 4 or 5 songs in. I just like couldn't do it.
We were going to review it. That's
Yeah.
what happened. And
Oh,
so I
y'all
listened
do
to
music
it.
reviews?
So yeah.
Oh, lit.
So
Let me sit on one.
oh hell yeah, no, absolutely.
That's all I do is listen to fucking music and
For sure.
criticize it to myself.
For sure. So I listened to it the first time and I was like, this shit trash. Like, but I was like, maybe I don't get it. Like maybe I need to listen to it again and maybe I'll get it. And I listened to it and then that time I was actually skipping through shit. I was like, okay, no, this is actually weak. No, this is actually weak. Because I don't do I don't believe in like one listen reviews. Like, like those reviewers out there, they'll listen to an album one time right when it comes out because they want to be the very first person to put it on YouTube that they reviewed it. I don't like that shit because like you can't really get a good feel for it. A good example of that, the first time I listened to KOD, I told him I didn't really like it because
I loved it.
It felt different from like anything J. Cole did, and it felt like he was trying to be too like today hip. Honestly, it felt gimmicky. It felt like he was trying to like
It's aged well though.
But the second time I listened to it, the third time I listened, I was like, okay, no, this is hot.
And the reason why is because Cole was doing what other people were doing.
Yeah.
But he does everything Cole does. He does it at a high level.
Right.
Because he's just that skilled of a rapper.
Right. He did
so
it
when
better.
he did do that, he was doing it better than other people that were doing it.
He was doing it better, and he was also telling a message with it. But at first, it just felt like a gimmick because it felt like, okay, it felt okay, not gimmicky. It felt preachy. It felt preachy at first. It felt like, okay, I know why he's doing this. He's trying to basically be the guy who's telling all these young rappers to stop, doing what they're doing, which there does need to be that guy. It's cool that it's him. I don't have to like the project though.
I agree.
Like
KOD is not my favorite from Cole at all. So I agree, and that's my biggest criticism too. Is
Yeah.
like very, very heavy handed on the preachy shit. It's like it's like, all right, bro, you kind of sound like an old head now. Like,
whoa,
calm down, bro.
But
Reel it in.
But it is up there. It is up there for like one of my favorite Cole albums. I mean, but still,
We should do that as a video one day.
2014.
Just rank the J. Cole albums
Yeah.
from best to
2014
worst.
Forest
And we
Hill
can even
Drive.
debate it too.
Yeah.
2014 Forest Hill Drive is still J. Cole's best.
I think
See,
we might
my
all
favorite
agree.
album is Cold World.
Do I smell a new show a brewing?
That's my favorite so far.
An album ranking show.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, ooh,
I didn't
okay.
want to do that too.
Bro, let's
That'd
do.
be hard.
I want to be on the Gorillas episode so I can make y'all all look like idiots.
Yeah, straight up. I don't think you'll make me look like
What-
an idiot. I love the
Bruh,
Gorillas.
What's your number
That's
one?
my shit. Album?
Yeah, number one from the Gorillaz. Number one album.
It's hard to choose between Demon Days and what's that album called?
You said you make us look like idiots, and you forgetting it.
Because let's put on the spot. Plastic Beach.
Plastic Beach.
It's
is my
between
number one.
Plastic Beach and Demon
Demon
Days
Days.
for sure.
What's
But
their
we're gonna-
best song,
and
though?
Demon Days is like it's so fucking
Well, everybody's
strong.
going to say Feel Good Inc. Most people are going to say
Yeah,
Feel
most
Good.
people
I'd
say,
say
well,
Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
Clint
for that
Eastwood is
context,
hard.
can I include the whole entire like fire coming out of a monkey's head to Don't Get Lost to Heaven? Like that whole end cap that they put on that album is, I just love it. Like deep inside, it's just got such a weird resonation with me.
This actually is a good idea for another like YouTube show.
Let's do it.
Oh, for sure.
Let's do it.
Plenty of music out there.
Yeah, we
soon.
can talk about
Hey.
albums all the time.
Isaiah may be featured.
If it's music I know, I'll talk
see-
about it
see
all
what
day.
the schedule look like.
Shit, for real. I got a question for you guys. Y'all see like Joey Badass just dropped another album?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
2000.
Y'all listen to it?
Yeah.
What'd you feel?
I don't like it more than All American Badass,
I agree.
Yeah.
but
But when's the last time he dropped an album? Was it
I
All
put
American
it right
Badass.
next to 1999.
Are we talking a full album or,
not an EP
4
or
or 5
anything?
tracks?
Yeah. He dropped,
Full
was it like 12, 15 songs? Was it 20?
I think it's 15.
Okay.
It was like
I'm gonna check
15
it out.
songs.
It's a good. Okay, first off, it's a good album. I'm not gonna sit here and like act
No,
like
it's
Joey Badass
classic.
didn't do his thing. He did his thing. But it's definitely in the realm of 1999. It's
Yeah.
not in the same realm of American Badass.
Yeah, or Before the Money.
Yeah, like those are, you could tell those are different.
Yeah.
Like you remember like Wiz Khalifa when he used to drop like his mixtape shit.
Yeah.
And he had like a theme with all of his mixtape stuff, and then his album stuff was a little bit different. That's kind of how it feels like with Joey Badass. Like the 1999, I think even before that, it was 98, right? Like he's done this whole date thing, right? He's
he
done
did
this for a while.
1999, and before 1999, I think he had like a collaborative project with Pro Era, and I forget what that was called.
Let's look it up.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm sure like each album, like within, I guess, their realm, is supposed to have a certain sound. You know what I mean? Like he might do something again, like All American Badass, and then come out with, I don't know, 2001 later in the future, and that's going to sound just kind of like in the same realm of 2000. I like that. I like artists who do that.
Have an
But
overarching theme.
Damn,
Yeah.
2017 was the last time.
But I feel like they have to explain it a little bit. You know, like do an
Give
interview.
us, give us a little bit of something, man.
Something like just give it. You know, like for
Let us
example,
into
like,
your world.
like The Weeknd does a good job of that, right? Like The Weeknd does a good job of putting together these trilogies, and he's made it known for all of us that he's telling a story, right? So it's not just like, hey, I'm going to put out an album and I hope you like it. Like it's no, you got to listen to all the albums to try to get the whole overarching story. It's a Hollywood story. Guy starts here, wants to get fame, gets fame. Now he's on drugs. Now he got plastic surgery, all that shit.
All
you
right,
know?
trapped in a closet, researching when.
Yeah. You know,
that's real poetry right there, right?
Are you gonna talk about this guy?
This overarching
No,
stories.
we're not talking
We're
about
not
that
gonna
guy.
talk about that guy.
that guy is
guy?
canceled.
yeah.
R.
Who is
Kelly?
that guy?
R. Kelly
is,
trapped in
uh,
the closet?
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're like,
who? R. Kelly?
I'm not
Who's that?
good.
That's
I'm
an
even gonna
artist?
bleep the
Yeah,
name
I
out.
never heard of that.
Fuck him.
He's just a piss enthusiast.
Piss enthusiast.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That shit's weird.
No, that shit's wild. That shit was wild. But last question for you. What are you working on right now? When can we expect more music to drop?
Tell us.
I was working on a whole album that I kind of am not doing now.
Okay.
I do that sometimes.
Dip in and out of it.
Yeah, because it just feels like, if the timing's not there, then it's not happening type stuff.
You definitely want to be in the right headspace for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to put out something that's not exactly what you want it to be.
I know I have a bunch of singles. I'm gonna go on like a little single run, so I'm just gonna just drop singles. I'm kind of done with the whole project stuff for right now.
I
I think I have something in the back of my head, but I'm gonna just really sit on that, because one thing I loved about No Shortcuts, right, was it took me like 2 years to make,
Right.
and that was fun because it was like every like I would have other things I do, but then I'd make a song where I was like, oh, this will go perfect here.
Like this
Instead
fits.
of like just dropping a whole bunch of, or making a whole bunch of songs and then cutting out what I don't like I was much more focused with no shortcuts. And I want to be able to do that again for my next album. So right now I'm just kind of like, if I make a song that I really like, I'm gonna drop it as a single and then just call it a day.
Yeah.
I'm working on a single right now called Reciprocate with a really good friend of mine and dope ass artist named Keita Mahal. That's probably gonna be the next thing I drop. I don't have a release date. We still need to work on the cover, but it's really dope.
Cool.
Really dope.
All
She
right.
came in there and fucking fucked it up. I
Oh,
love
yeah?
that. Yeah.
Tore the whole place down.
Tore it all down. I gave her the concept for the song and she took it to a whole nother level. Like she
Mind if I
Man.
do?
I love it. I love it when they do that.
Yeah, absolutely. How can people find your music?
You can find me on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, SoundCloud. I'm on SoundCloud, YouTube. All at Izayuh, Izayuh. That's phonetic. That's the phonetic spelling. So you spell it how you say it. Izayuh, Izayuh.
There we go.
Got
All right.
Instagram or anything you want to plug? Too?
I'm on Instagram at Izayuh_the_dreamer. Izayuh_the_dreamer.
Cool.
I think that's it. I don't really do other social media.
For sure.
Keep in contact. Have it available for them.
Yep. And you know where most strong is this. You'll find them on Arctic House and all that.
Find me all over the world as soon as I win that lottery.
And I do also want to plug. Right now, I'm in this contest right now to perform at the Hollywood Bowl in LA. And I'm doing really good. I'm doing much better than I thought. There's been like 3 rounds so far, and I've made it. I'm on track to go to the quarterfinals in it.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's up? How can we
Yeah,
help?
So-
I think I voted for you already.
It's called the opening act thing. There'll probably be some. I'll send you the link to put in the description. But yeah, the winner gets $10,000. Gets to perform in front of with Doja Cat and these other huge acts.
What?
And
Tell niggas where to go to vote.
and the money. There'll be a link below on the description for this.
Yep.
And then you can also go to my page, my Instagram page. I'm posting it every day. If I win, I'm going to give a portion of my earnings to mental health here in Sacramento.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But also the company that's running the corporation is also it's for mental health. So yeah.
It's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's
That's dope.
really important
That's
to me. Mental health is really important to me.
Make sure you also invest in yourself too. One mistake
for sure.
I tell you, just some advice. One mistake that a lot of musicians make is not understand that you got to put money into it to this. A lot of people think that all right, people are going to fuck with me for my sound. They're going to find me. And it doesn't work that way. You got to get in front of people. And the best way to get in front of people, sometimes you got to pay for promo.
Yeah.
So,
No, definitely.
Got to spend money to make money.
Yeah, the
For
other
sure.
portion is probably going to go to building up the studio that I run.
there we go.
Getting better equipment, being able to help out artists cultivate the sound that they're trying to create,
Yeah.
and be able to do that with the best equipment that I can. So yeah,
There
that's
you go.
where that other half is probably going to go.
It's dope.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you for joining us and coming on the show. And
Thank you for
gotta
having me, man. This is
we got to
dope.
definitely have you again. And this is
For
under
a
my.
more fun episode, huh?
There we go. There we go.
Now we know who he is.
Yep. And this is Under My Skin by Izayuh.
Gonna keep saying one more time. Last time. Just the last time. You get under my skin and into my heart. Manipulate the strings. You control my walk. You get under my skin and do what you want. Make me do these things, then tell me it's all my fault. You get under my skin and into my heart. Manipulate the strings. You control my walk. You get under my skin and do what you want. Make me do these things, then tell me it's all my fault. Under my skin, you get under my skin. 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 Think I've seen this place before. This familiar sense is poured in. Feel you in my pores, and you treat this like it's your skin. Crawling around inside while I just hide behind my mind. What has gotten into me? Twisting up my memories. Wear me like accessories. Make me stress intensively. Use my thoughts to mess with me. Take my peace to benefit you, cause you need some too when you covet my youth. But time is not a factor when it's wasted, doesn't matter. I've been pacing, chasing after my skin. Try to get away, try to make a break. Look looking at my face, I see my problems and mistakes in a constant state of change. Get these thoughts to rearrange because I'm lost inside your ways. Yeah, I'm lost inside the days, baby. Oh baby, oh baby. You get under my skin and into my heart. Manipulate the strings. You control my walk. You get under my skin. Do what you want. Make me do these things, then tell me it's all my fault. You get under my skin and into my heart. Manipulate the strings. You control my walk. You get under my skin and do what you want. Make me do these things, then tell me it's all my fault. Under my skin, you get under my skin. Under my skin, you get under my skin.